yo, and hello and welcome to the 143rd episode of GameSpeak Podcast. New episodes go up for free feed subscribers every Wednesday in audio format on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify, and all of your favorite podcast platforms, as well as in video format on YouTube so you can see us in stunning HD, where you need to hit subscribe and click that notification bell. This show is two childhood BFFs bringing you all things video games. You can find us online at createforsanity.com, where you can subscribe to our newsletter to never miss an episode and buy sick t-shirts from our shop. Also, be sure to join the community in the Facebook group at facebook.com/group/GameSpeak Podcast to hang and talk games with other nerds like us. I'm one of your hosts, JAMAL Al-Jafra, alongside Brent.
Are you finally at a loss for a thing?
Bass.
No!
I'll let you fill it in.
How many episodes was this?
I don't think I was out of it. I was just trying to do like a silence.
Oh, okay.
And then you filled it in with your
sorry,
words.
I got too excited.
Yeah.
I thought you finally
No, dude.
I thought you finally came incorrect.
I never come in correct. Yeah.
Well, what's up, man? How's it going? How's life treating you?
Well,
I'm liking this layout, dude. Look at us on this camera.
Yeah, I don't know if you're watching on YouTube. We're doing like this little thing now where we're trying to sit at this island. I'm gonna have to get different mics for this because these pop filters, they block our face. Right now you can see Brent's face, but my face is still a little covered. But it's all right. Whenever he's talking, you'll get to see these dimples. You know what I'm saying? And whenever my dimples are talking, you'll get to see Brent's dimples. That's how it goes,
Yeah,
right?
I
know that's what people are into.
That's the trade-off.
Yeah,
you know,
really into dimples. That's what I hear. That's what That's what people like.
I think that's right.
Right?
That's what people are attracted to, right?
Dimples.
That's the main thing.
Not pimples.
No,
but dimples.
I made that mistake already.
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, this week though, guys, Mandalorian episode 5. Brent, did you watch it?
Yeah, we always got to jump right into the Mandalorian.
Yeah, as long as it's coming out, we're gonna give our little reviews each week.
Yeah, it's a quick watch, it's a fun watch. It's no skin off my back to watch it every week.
Yeah.
Except I will say that this was probably my least favorite episode so far.
What was up with the lady they chose, like, to be working at the like Mos Eisley? Like little.
Oh, she was the worst. I thought you were about to say the assassin lady for some reason. I was like, she was pretty cool.
She was a cool concept, but she got like it's like she's a deadly assassin, and like one of the deadliest, and they kill her in like 2 seconds.
Well, she did get a good shot off on him a couple times. You know what I mean?
She kept shooting him in the obvious armor that
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Like, come on.
He was on a speeder bike, dude. He was going fast.
No, whenever he was off of the bike.
Oh, fair enough.
And she just kept shooting him. And, like, obviously it wasn't doing anything to him. And then,
maybe she's not familiar with the Beskar. You know what I mean?
What are you talking about?
Because
whenever she came, she was like a Mandalorian.
Okay.
She knew exactly who she was fucking with.
Fair enough. Well,
I feel like this episode, they just really didn't try.
I mean, the problem is, like, he's covered in armor. Where are you going to shoot him? You know what I mean?
Don't shoot him, like
she had to do something.
She could have ran.
I mean, obviously shooting him like slowed him down quite a bit.
Like, okay, check this out. While he was sleeping,
she should have shot the other guy. Honestly,
way ahead of time, and like
that would have been more beneficial in the long run to her. Probably.
Yeah. The other guy was probably my least favorite Star Wars character that's ever existed.
He was such a fucking scumbag.
He's just a douche.
He's such a douche.
Like, he was literally like the biggest douche. It's like,
and the worst part about this episode, there was like zero Baby Yoda. Like,
there was a
little bit. Like,
yeah,
come on.
But what was the whole point of this episode? This was the most filling episode. Like,
definitely.
Tell us more about fucking Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
We're on episode 5 of like what, like 8?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why do we not know anything about Baby Yoda yet?
Honestly, I don't know. I think they're gonna elaborate on that more in the next season. You know what I mean?
Are they just gonna cram it all in the next 3 episodes? Like,
what?
We got to know something, at least by the end.
I don't think they're going to tell us anything about, like, Baby Yoda's backstory or, like, the race of the alien or anything this season. I think next season we'll get into that. I think this season is just going to be about him, like, escaping somewhere, somewhat safe where they're not, like, bounties, like, or maybe he, like, ends the contract or something.
Maybe. I feel like the last second of the last episode, they're going to figure out something.
Well, and then that little cliffhanger thing, at the end of this episode, it was kind of stupid, but it's like, okay, obviously there's some kind of big thing they're planning for next episode. You know what I mean?
Which I did some research on, who people think that is, and apparently it's some guy from the books, like the new...
The non-canonical books?
No, the new ones.
Oh, there's new books?
Yeah, there's I think 2 or 3 trilogies that have come out in the expanded universe since Disney took over.
Really?
Yeah.
Who wrote them? Do you know?
Just random people.
I'm going to have to look into that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think your older sister posted a picture of one of the books. I think she's reading them. Or about Cordova or whatever. But which is weird because he's in Jedi Fallen Order. But anyway, so they have books about these characters, and I think this guy's like some type of sheriff or something. Like, notice when he was walking, it sounded like he had what's it called? Like on your shoes, like
spurs.
Spurs.
Yeah,
it sounded like spurs, even though he didn't have any. Like, people were like, "Oh, that's alluding to the fact he's like the sheriff or whatever." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, that makes sense."
Yeah, they do kind of have that gunslinger vibe thing through the whole thing,
Yeah, but it's such a weird thing to kind of tease. It's like, how many people know about this character? How many people honestly know and care about this character that you build it up like with this little tease? If anything, I was like, "Oh, it's a character we all know."
It's got to be a character we all know. Otherwise, it wouldn't be. Honestly, I think all these, everybody's got their, ideas, but I think it's probably a little more obvious than that. You know what I mean?
Who do you think it is?
I don't know. I bet it's a Jedi. Not a Jedi, but some kind of force-sensitive person.
Or it'll be like Lando, or it'll be like...
maybe Lando. Or, I don't think it's Lando. I think it's somebody, bad. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Not like a Jedi, but like a Sith. You know what I mean?
I doubt it. I just don't see it happening. But, I mean, that's so we'll see. We'll see this Friday.
I mean, I'm not sure, but that's just my prediction.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be somebody we all know, though, from, the mainline shit. You know what I mean?
I'm just glad Douchebag is dead. He better not come back somehow. Him and his fucking earring. It was just like, what kind of, where did they come up with that character idea? He literally just had an earring. I just don't see... You live in the galaxy of Star Wars and you went and got your ear pierced?
They were probably just in the audition room, and they told the people, they're like, all right, look, we just need the biggest douche that comes in here. And then that guy walked in, they're like, you're hired.
Yeah, he's
so
I mean? Bad at acting. Yeah. I felt like the whole time I was watching a Disney movie or something.
Dude,
there you go.
And like you said earlier, that fucking chick at the hangar, dude, she was horrible, dude. Her, oh my god.
She's some famous actress from back in the 80s or something, but it's who cares? No one cares. No one was put her in there. She had nothing to do with Star Wars.
Yeah.
There was no need for that.
Yeah, I agree. And it's she's vastly outacted by the Mandalorian guy. You know what I mean? He's so good, and then she's just fucking awful. And it's like watching a high school play where there's one guy that's really fucking, they cast in every role, and then all the other people are just terrible. You know what I mean?
That, and then the way he gets out of the situation is so there was no thought to it. It's he just uses the flashbang or whatever. It's okay, well, there was no threat in this at all. Even whenever he got a hold of Baby Yoda, I wasn't concerned, because it was he just walked in all nonchalant and was okay, and then kills him in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
It's holy shit. This episode just came and went so fast.
They shouldn't have resolved that conflict in this episode. They should have had him snatch Baby Yoda
and disappear.
And the next episode, that would have been suspenseful right there.
And bring the weird lady with him, I guess, to make a two part episode. But the thing is what was the point of introducing these characters to kill them off in 2 seconds? I have no idea. Same with the last episode with the
kind
lady.
Of the same with the fucking new trilogy they're putting out.
Yeah, they're just let's just introduce people and not give any storyline whatsoever. Anyways, least liked episode from us, but
I got a lot of hope for. I didn't hate it though. It was just my least favorite. You know what I mean? It was still good. Sure. It just wasn't my favorite.
Did you watch the Free Guy trailer? Before we
Free Guy, with Ryan Reynolds, where yeah, dude,
that actually looks pretty good.
I'm excited. I like Ryan Reynolds, man. I just I'm into anything he's doing, man.
I like that he's doing all this video game stuff.
Did you see the new Ghostbusters fucking trailer? So are they just like pretending that the 2016 Ghostbusters just didn't happen?
Yes, it's not canon.
It's not canon. So it's just like, so that was like a reboot that was like basically as if none of the Ghostbusters movies had happened, and that was the OG Ghostbusters. Like in the 2016 Ghostbusters world.
I never watched it.
I didn't either. I heard it was really bad, but I also am open-minded. I'm willing to give it a try. I like Ghostbusters, you know, and I feel like one of the things I like about Ghostbusters is how corny it is. So, like, you know, I'm willing to try it.
Yeah,
you know
I've never
like,
actually seen any Ghostbusters movie all the way through.
Really?
Yeah, I wasn't into it as a kid.
Oh,
you know,
dude.
like
Classics.
This is not my thing. But
Classics,
this
dude.
one looks like they're trying to make it like Stranger Things Ghostbusters.
Well, this is going to be a direct like sequel to the OG Ghostbusters movies, the 80s Ghostbusters.
One of the kids is like, or two of the kids are like the grandkids of one of the original Ghostbusters.
One of the kids is actually the kid from Stranger Things. Like.
Yeah. No, I know that. but they're like the grandkids of one of the.
I think that's why everybody's comparing it to Stranger Things, though. Like, honestly, if that kid wasn't in there, like, nobody would be comparing this to Stranger Things.
With the same hair and same attitude and same character.
Exactly.
You know, like,
I mean, he's the same character, but that's just like
that's just his role.
Honestly, I think that kid's gonna grow into like the next Keanu Reeves. Think about like Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure for Keanu Reeves back in the day, and like they even kind of look alike, dude. You know what I mean?
Maybe
same
so.
acting style for everything. You know what I mean? Same typecast kind of guy. You know, he's gonna get lots of roles. Everybody likes him. You know what I mean?
Then he'll disappear for a long time.
Come back as an adult with like a blockbuster. I guarantee you, dude. That's my prediction for that kid. He's gonna be like the next Keanu Reeves.
GameSpeak predicts.
Oh man, but yeah. Dude, one more thing. Have you seen Magic for Humans, dude?
No, what's that?
It's on Netflix. It's like if you're into magic at all, I won't elaborate too much.
Oh, I know what you're talking
excellent.
about.
And they just put out a new season of it. So if you haven't watched any of it, it's fantastic. It's really, really fun to watch.
What if you're not into magic though?
Oh, then you probably won't be into this.
Is it like David Blaine magic?
No, I mean, yeah, it's like street magic. It's like David Blaine does the street magic, right?
Yeah.
He does the street magic. He like goes up to people on the street and like does a trick.
Sticks a knife through them and stuff like that.
No, More he like throws baloney at like car windows and it like goes to the other side of the window and shit. Like, or you know,
what a fucking trick. You know, I've practiced this for 10,000 hours. I will put this piece of baloney through one window and out the other.
He does a lot of really good tricks. He's got like one where he's like, it's not really like a magic trick. He just like tricks this person into thinking they're invisible. You know what I mean? By getting like 50 people in on it.
Oh, I've seen that. I saw that on YouTube a long time ago.
Oh man, that was like one of the best ones. I feel like
that's pretty funny. I wonder how real that is, though. I wonder if those are all just
pretty
actors.
Real, dude. Like I don't know, because I've like interacted with like real street magicians like that, and like they can. I've actually had one of those guys do a trick on me that he did in the show. Oh shit. Yeah, I had him do a trick on me that he did in the show. Like in the show, he puts a rabbit in this guy's hand, right? And he has them close their hand, and like you open their hand, and there's like 50 rabbits in their hand. I had a guy on a cruise boat do that to me one time, and it was like one of the most fucking cool things that's like I've ever had happen to me. Like, you know what I mean? It's like a little bitty foam rabbit, like if you're watching on YouTube, like this big. And like I just held it in my hand, and he's like abracadabra or whatever, and like I just felt it in my hand, like, and like I just like opened my hand, like fucking rabbits are just spilling onto the ground, dude. It was like,
I feel like what that is like inside of that one rabbit, there's like a shit ton of rabbits.
Well,
and
obviously,
you squeeze it, and then it like pops out.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's exactly what it is. But how? You know, how did he get all those fucking rabbits? I mean, there were so many rabbits that like they were like everywhere. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I'll tell you. You want to learn about street magic? Work at the prison. I feel like all street magicians were once inmates, and they had to learn how to keep stuff hidden in other stuff, and like, you know, like you'd find some crazy shit whenever you're at the prison. Like they would find crazy ways to hide stuff.
Oh, I believe it. My girlfriend worked there for a while, and she would always just tell me these wild stories about like shit was hidden or like.
Yeah, dude, they would like tie shit to like a string and then hang it through a vent, like so, like and it's like
catch it and they like drag it between the cells, right?
Oh yeah,
with like that's pretty crazy.
Like there's like a gap. Okay, so like in high security or whatever, there's like there's a door on one side, then it goes out, there's a railing, and then like a drop to a lower floor, and then like a giant gap between this side and the other side, the east and the west, and then there's another railing, and then another door, and the only like thing that they can get to is like under this tiny little slot, and they'll just like tie a note to the end of this long string, and they can throw it across that thing from under the door and make it land on the other side and slide through the other door. Like, and they can perfect which doors they want to send it to. It's fucking insane, dude.
I guess if you got nothing but time on your hands,
nothing but time, dude. Anyways, yeah. So, that before we jump into the news, I watched that movie that we talked about, The Rock.
The Rock?
The Rock. The one with Sean Connery and Nicolas Cage. We mentioned it like a couple episodes back.
I don't remember.
Well, it's like about this like military general, this U.S. general, like he's all butthurt because he was like this top like dude in Vietnam and like did all these like secret missions for the government that like not even the president knew about, or like certain people in the government didn't know about, and like they never got recognition for it or whatever, and like his buddies died and never got like a proper burial. And so like he turns this like part of the military against the government, and they like take over Alcatraz, which is known as the Rock. The prison is called the Rock.
Why would they go for Alcatraz?
Because it's like a tour place at the time, but they go there and they have this like crazy like these missiles with gas that they're gonna launch into California if they don't get like a certain amount of money by a certain amount of time, and they have all these people locked inside the prison cells at Alcatraz. And like all these innocent people, and then Nicolas Cage, who is like a chemical engineer for the FBI or whatever, has to come in, and like with Sean Connery, they have to like sneak in. And Sean Connery is like, it's like, oh, you don't know about his name is like John Mason or something like that, and it's like yeah, he can escape from anything. Like he's the only person that ever escaped from Alcatraz or whatever.
Is that Nicolas Cage?
No, that's Sean Connery.
Oh,
and so this movie is directed by Michael Bay, though. So like,
bro, did you see that Michael Bay's putting out a new movie?
No,
it looks tight.
Are you talking about the bridges or whatever?
No, dude, it's like oh man, I can't even remember what it's called, but it's like an action movie, but he's kind of like going back to his roots. It's not going to be like Transformers. It's gonna be like Bad Boys, kind of like. You
talking about the one where like they have to shut down the city?
Like... No. This is like some new shit, dude.
Well, all I know is there's one part where Nicolas Cage is sorry guys, hold up.
GameSpeak Dogcast going on over here.
Yeah,
okay. He gets a little excited.
Yeah, he does.
It's okay.
But yeah, so there's like this part in it where Nicolas Cage is chasing him in a car, like he's in a Lamborghini or something. Can't even remember which car, but he's chasing down Sean Connery, who's trying to escape. and Sean Connery like makes all these cars like wreck and explode, like all the cop cars like start flipping and stuff, and he turns and he's like, I hope you have insurance. I was like, okay.
When was this made? In like the 90s? It sounds like a 90s kind of movie.
I think it was like early
late
2000s.
90s, early 2000s.
Very early 2000s.
It kind of sounds tight though, dude. Mm-hmm. Was it any good at all?
It's really good. It's a it's a really good fun movie. Like if you just want something
like a Die Hard kind of movie.
Die Hard.
I'm thinking Die Hard when you're describing all this. You know what I mean? Like
imagine a mix between Die Hard and National Treasure. Like,
oh fuck! Dude.
If you just mix the two movies,
that sounds
together.
like the best smash up ever, dude.
The ultimate crossover, dude. But yeah. So I watched that. Cool. Anyways, let's jump into the news.
Yeah, we got a lot of news today.
We do. And just so you guys know, we're using articles from gaming news sites from around the web, and we do not claim any of the material as our own. We're simply giving commentary on said articles. Now we even give credit to the people who wrote the articles.
Oh, fuck. I forgot to do that.
Well, I do. But
next time I will.
Yeah, next time. And then I won't have to read that thing. But yeah, let's start this off with like the PlayStation State of Play. Like, just go ahead and get that out of the way.
Yeah, I got all that right here. If you want me to go through it.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I'll give it to you in the order they gave it to us. Okay. So they came out swinging. It was a really quick little show. There wasn't too much to it, but there was some cool shit.
Yeah.
They said Untitled Goose Game is coming on December 17th. They said there is going to be a Magic Battle Royale game called Spellbreak coming pretty soon, which looks tight.
It's not a Battle Royale, it's a MOBA, I thought.
They said Battle Royale in
Did
the
they
trailer
say?
for the game, yeah.
I think, okay, so it's a Battle Royale coming 2020.
It looked tight, dude. They're like flying over each other and like throwing magic bombs down on each other and shit. I don't know. I'm down for it.
It's a wizardry.
They showed a trailer for Dreams that says it will release February 14th, 2020, 10 days after my birthday. So if anybody wants to give me a birthday present. But dude, it looked tight. Okay, like in the trailer, they had like all these like realistic like spaceships flying by and shit. And you know, all the trailers you've seen for Dreams have been like whimsical, like dreamy wonderlands. This was like Halo looking shit, you know, like
yeah. There's a lot of crazy stuff. Dreams has been in beta for a while, so like you can play it now. Mm-hmm. It's just that it's like the official full game will be released on that date.
Everybody that's played it seems to like really like it. Like it's getting like 9 and 10 reviews, you know what I mean? Like I'm excited to get my hands on it. And I know it's supposed to have VR support, but even without the VR support now, everybody seems to really enjoy it. So
yeah, it's like it's kind of like Mario Maker, but like with way more options, like to build things. You can even do like, you know,
it's like
voice
a whole
acting
game engine pretty much, just but like really simplified. It's like a baby's first game engine, kind of like. Around
the time that it's being released, they're doing their own like award ceremony for like the people who have made games and Dreams.
Oh, fun!
Yeah, so like they're doing like the best voiceover acting or like the best narrative and best stuff like that.
I want to get this game. I don't even want to make anything, to be honest with you. Like maybe just some little bullshit, but like I want to play other people's creations.
For sure.
I know that there's some creative motherfuckers out there that are going to make some really, really cool games. And I'm like excited to try it out. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. Anyways, what else was happening at State of Play?
Okay, so we got this trippy-ass game called Superliminal, and it's like all about perspective. Like they're like picking up dice and making them bigger and making phones smaller and bigger. It seemed to be making things bigger and smaller as like a means to solve puzzles.
It was very like Portal looking.
Yeah.
Like it looked like Portal, but like even with the humor, like there was a lot of like humorous dialogue going on, but it's like a first-person game where I'm pretty sure like every room is like a big puzzle, just like Portal, and you got to figure it out, but the perspectives all switch on you. Like if you walk closer to it, it's suddenly you realize that it's like a painting on the ground rather than it is an actual dice or whatever.
It kind of looked tight, honestly. It looked like my kind of thing. It looked like something that would translate well to VR, but it didn't have any kind of VR attached to it or anything, you know? So I don't know.
It looked interesting, and that's coming when?
I don't know. I didn't get the release date.
Oh, it just says 2020.
2020. Yeah, I think it's Q1 2020 or something.
Yeah.
Then we got Paper Beasts, a VR game. So this looks interesting. It kind of just looks like a fucking like whimsical little float around in a VR world and like interact with like these big paper monsters and like I don't know.
It's a puzzle game. Which which was weird.
I didn't get that from the trailer.
No, me either.
Like that's weird.
But that's what the lady said. She was Paper Beast, a puzzle game, a PSVR puzzle game or whatever. But I put it's a puzzle game with weird animals. Early 2020.
I mean, like I'm betting that's gonna look beautiful in VR and stuff. But like I'm probably gonna have to wait for a hard sale on that one or something. I don't know. I'm not seeing the
the draw.
Yeah,
I feel that.
Kingdom Hearts RE Mind preview.
Yeah, DLC.
Really bad voice acting in the DLC. Did you watch? Or in the
That's like
in
all
the trailer?
Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, but like it was like particularly bad in this trailer. Did you see it?
I didn't see it. No.
It was like
I saw the trailer, but I didn't see the particularly bad. I just when I see Kingdom Hearts, I just automatically see garbage. So no offense to Kingdom Hearts fans.
Jeez, yeah.
But I'm just not a fan. No. I'm really not.
Oh, I couldn't tell.
I don't know if you know this, but I didn't like it. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways.
But then after that, we got something that looked kind of cool. Predator Hunting Grounds. We've heard about this, but we got a new trailer for it.
For sure.
Looked kind of dope, dude, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm tripping, but like...
No, you're not tripping. It's like an asymmetrical shooter. So like, it kind of reminds me of like how that old Splinter Cell game was with the online, where like one side is in first person mode and the other is like stealthy.
Yeah,
it's literally that, but one person plays as the predator in third person, like running through the trees and like being stealthy and trying to hunt off the what did they call them? Or call the opposite team? It was like the guards or something. I couldn't remember.
Yeah,
but so
the people.
Yeah,
with guns.
the humans with guns are in first person mode. It's very much like Friday the 13th, but with Predator instead.
Yeah, you probably have a lot more of a chance to fucking kill the Predator than you do Jason. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure. Hopefully,
I'm thinking it's gonna play like Evolve, kind of. You'll probably have to work as a team if you want to like beat the Predator. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah, definitely. And it came with a release date, which is April 24th, 2020. Sorry.
Oh, you're good, man.
It's such a beautiful game. No, just kidding.
That's exciting though. I'm kind of into that. And then we got a trailer for Babylon's Fall. This kind of was giving me like Devil May Cry vibes.
That's because it's made by the same people. It's a platinum game.
Oh, okay. It's like Devil May Cry, Dark Souls kind of mixed look. You know what I mean? Like
Nier Automata is like the last game they made, and they announced this like right after they finished or like released Nier Automata. So that's why we've heard about this game before. We just hadn't seen the trailer for it, I guess.
It looks okay. I mean,
Yeah, if you're into that kind of thing, and that's coming. It said more info coming next summer is all it said in the trailer.
Yeah.
So.
And then we had a big one. They started to make it look like it was just going to be more info on Project Resistance or whatever. And then they announced Resident Evil 3. And then they announced that Resident Evil 3 will be bundled with Project Resistance at launch. So like if you buy Resident Evil 3, you get both games.
Well, it's the campaign mode in Resistance. So like I think it's like
no. It's like a bundle thing. Like I think.
I thought it was like just the story mode
because they worded it really weird. But
they did. It was a weird way to announce it because I was super confused. I thought it meant that like Project Resistance is the multiplayer like asymmetrical game that's Resident Evil game that's coming out. And then Resident Evil 3, I thought what they were saying was that it'll be the single player campaign to Resident Evil Resistance.
But that's weird because Resident Evil Resistance, they're like got Tyrant from like Resident Evil 2, and then Resident Evil 3, they're gonna have like Nemesis. I don't know. It's just trippy. I know that if you buy one, you get the other. So
for sure,
they come together. So. That's kind of cool. You get double because I was already probably going to get Project Resistance. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And then you give me that fucking Resident Evil 3. Dude, Resident Evil 2 was like one of the best games I've ever played in my life. Like the remake they did, like it was so fucking good. Like the graphics, the gameplay, everything about it was just fantastic. So I'm excited about 3. I hope they didn't rush it though, because I feel like 2 came out. Like, man, like they can't have like put that much time and effort into it unless they were already working on it at the same time as 2, which I'm
sure
smart.
It's in the same engine and everything. But
but
Resident Evil 3 wasn't as loved as Resident Evil 2 was. So I think they're probably trying.
Man, everybody's been calling for 3. Everybody like I've seen a lot
of Code Veronica, baby. That's all people want.
Code Veronica's okay. Dude.
That's what everyone wants. Like nobody wants 3. Go back.
Code Veronica, but like that's the thing though. Code Veronica already like. I mean, I'm not gonna say it looks good, but it looks a lot better than 3. Like 3 needs a facelift a lot more than Code Veronica. You know what I mean?
And 4. Like, imagine 4 getting remade.
Bro, I'm cool with them just going up the list and just doing everything over. You know what really needs to? Why don't they do the fucking first one? I mean, I know they've remade it, but I mean, I want the fucking works, dude.
Yeah, dude,
you know
that would be dope.
That would be the sickest, bro. Like the setting in the first one is, in my opinion, one of the coolest.
It's the best.
It's the best.
It's the mansion, dude.
It's the mansion, and I don't know.
I loved it. I love that.
It's
even
spooky.
The remake was good, but they need to remake it.
Remake.
But that's coming April 3rd, 2020.
Ooh, it's so close, dude. Holy shit! I'm so excited. And then they gave us a big heartfelt thank you from PlayStation's creator. And then they gave us a little bitty short bullshit teaser of Ghosts of Tsushima.
Very short.
Very, very short. Still, I'm kind of hyped about the game, but I mean, I'm no more or less hyped than I was before.
The only reason they showed it was to say that more was coming at the Game Awards.
Yes.
They were
December 12th.
Yeah.
It's right around the corner.
Yeah. It's like by the time this goes up, you'll have a day, and then it'll show. But
so,
yeah,
there you go. That's the
state of play.
State of play. Pretty cool little state of play. I'm excited about Resident Evil.
For sure. I guess we should probably just jump straight into the big guns,
Yeah.
About which you already know
Gun
what
'em
I'm
up.
gonna be talking about. Hold on one second.
Do
I
I?
gotta get to Oh yeah, you'll know. Just give me a second. Here it is.
Okay.
Okay. So, from Daniel Cooper at Engadget, 2K Games has announced the formation of a new studio, Cloud Chamber, which will take the lead on a new title in the Bioshock series.
Uh-oh.
Cloud Chamber has offices in California and Montreal and will be headed up by 2K veteran Kelly Gilmore, who has previously worked on Civilization and XCOM. As well as Gilmore, Bioshock veterans Hoagie de la Plante, Scott Sinclair, and Jonathan Pelling are also involved. One name that isn't mentioned is original creator Ken Levine, who has moved on to work on a new title at Ghost Story Games and isn't likely to have any influence here. In an interview with Games Radar, Gilmore says that Bioshock's unique environments from the underwater city of Rapture to the floating city of Columbia and back to Rapture are incredibly important to the gameplay experience. She added that there are plenty of creative directions to explore, which might hint that the team will find a new setting for the fourth title in the saga. The announcement tallies with rumors that have swirled around the industry since last year, claiming that work on this game began at the tail end of Mafia 3's development. According to a lengthy...
Oh, God.
Yeah, right?
It's the same people who did Mafia 3?
It is, well, 2K.
Oh, yeah, okay.
According to a lengthy Kotaku report, Mafia Studio Hangar 13 was raided for talent by an unnamed studio for a secret Bioshock game. This is from Eddie McCooch at GameSpot. He says a few more details about the newly announced Bioshock game have emerged following the announcement of the project and the new studio developing it, Cloud Chamber. Writing on Twitter, Assassin's Creed Odyssey writer Melissa Macabre revealed that she is working on the new Bioshock game as an associate creative director. Quote, very proud to be working with this fantastic team, Macabre said. Additionally, it's been revealed that the new Bioshock's lead game designer is Sean Elliott, who previously served as a level designer at Irrational Games on earlier Bioshock titles. Bioshock veteran Hogarth de la Plante is the new Bioshock game's creative director, while another series veteran Scott Sinclair is the art director for the new game. So
weird, old Ken Levine's not going to be involved, though.
Yeah, he's the heart of the game. So like my thing is like I don't know how this is going to turn out.
Yeah.
I'm very excited.
I wish he would at least come in and be like, give them their blessing or something. You know what I
be
mean?
the
Like
George Lucas.
Yeah, I mean, I feel
consultant.
like he's almost got the fucking George Lucas like rights on that. You know what I mean?
He does.
I don't know, man. I'm excited as fuck, but I'm also a little worried. Like, I hope that they're giving this new studio, this big property, like it's make or break for them. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's make or break, but at the same time, it's like, why are they doing this? Like
why wouldn't they give it to like a trusted?
Why Mafia 3? Like, why go raid for people that worked on one of the like most lackluster games?
Yeah, I mean, like Mafia 3 was one of those games that's like I can't even put my finger on what was missing about it. Like, I played it for a while and I like wanted to enjoy it, like, and the graphics were good and like the gameplay felt kind of like solid. It just like it was just missing something, like there was just some kind of like pizzazz. And like I can't, I'll have my heart broken if they do that to my fucking.
Yeah, you can't do it to Bioshock. Bioshock's all about the lore and like the political downfall of like random cities that don't exist, and then like this whole time loop, sequence.
Yeah.
It's like it's very.
There's a lot to it.
Yeah, there's got to be a twist. I mean, I don't want to doubt these people before they even make the game, but it's just like, what have they done that they deserve the rights to this game?
Yeah, and then you got to ask, are they going to put it in a new setting? Or are they going to go back to, like, Rapture? Or, like, what are they going to do? That's a big thing. Are they going to take a big risk, put it somewhere crazy?
Go to
space.
What I mean?
Go to space.
Are they
going to
reboot
volcano or something?
Is it going to be a reboot or is it going to be a continuation?
Oh, fuck. I hope it's not a reboot.
Yeah, because you can't reboot. You
can't reboot like a masterpiece like that, like...
Oh, God. That'd be like rebooting the first Matrix movie.
Oh, my God.
Like, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, you can't.
We'll see what happens, though. Anyways, what you got over there?
Let's see. Big news for the future of professional baseball video games today, as Major League Baseball has announced a new deal that will see the MLB The Show series extend beyond PlayStation systems. For the first time in the history of the series, MLB The Show won't be a PlayStation exclusive, but it'll be a while before that happens. Not really that long. As early as 2021. They'll have it on other consoles. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, because there's been like no good baseball games on any other console.
Yeah, they got the rights to like the actual players and stuff, and I think like other games just can't.
They can't use them.
Yeah,
which is very weird. But I mean,
the best baseball game I could find on Xbox. I kind of like baseball games for some reason. I don't know. I'm like
out of all the sports games. Yeah, sure. I mean, I'll play baseball.
I used to have this game called what was it? It was like RBI baseball or something.
Yeah.
It was kind of fun, but it was like really cartoony. It's like there's not like a good ass like realistic. So.
Not the show.
Yeah. The show has a good campaign mode too, I think.
This is by way of Richard Wakeling at GameSpot. The name of Microsoft's next-gen Xbox console, currently codenamed Project Scarlet, will reflect the console's capabilities with no connection to the company's previous Xbox releases. That's according to Xbox head Phil Spencer. In an interview with Steviver at this year's XO19 event in London, Spencer said it hasn't been difficult naming Microsoft's upcoming console, even if the Xbox 360 and Xbox One follow a vastly different naming convention compared to, say, Sony's sequel-like approach to each PlayStation release. Quote, "Our naming convention has been around what we think the capabilities are," Spencer explained. Xbox 360 was about the entertainment experience around the box, and the box being in the center of that entertainment experience. Xbox One, if you remember our branding early on, was always on input, all in one. Those names were really built around the purpose of the box. I don't feel like I need to follow in their footsteps because they're kind of self-contained. So Project Scarlet will have a name that's wholly its own, with no obvious connection to its predecessors. It remains to be seen what that name will be, at least until Microsoft is ready to officially unveil the console ahead of its projected holiday 2020 release.
That's one thing I do like about Xbox is you get a fun name with the console. It's not just like Xbox 5 or something.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I wonder what they're going to name it this time.
I don't know.
I mean, what's the capabilities?
Scarlet sounds so cool. I feel like they should almost just leave it Xbox Scarlet.
But that doesn't reflect the capabilities, though.
Oh, okay.
It's got to be something like
Xbox 4000.
8K.
Yeah, 8000, dude.
Yeah, dude. It'll be something weird. It'll be something like that, or like Xbox better than PlayStation. No, what you got?
Ashen is going to be coming to other consoles, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4.
Oh, we talked about this last week.
Oh, we did?
Yeah,
okay.
Because it was on the release, the game's releasing. Yeah.
From Game Pass, yeah.
Yeah, no. Coming to like
it's leaving Game Pass on December the 13th.
Oh, I didn't know about
Did we
that
talk
part.
About
no,
that?
no.
Yeah.
So it's leaving Game Pass?
Yeah, it's going to be leaving Game Pass. It's going to be coming everywhere else December 19th, but on Game Pass it's going to be leaving December 13th. So play it while you can. You can still get it on Xbox, obviously, but it just won't be on Game Pass. A couple other notable games are leaving Game Pass too, but I have that written down. I'll talk about it in a little bit.
Okay. By way of James O'Connor at GameSpot, the term choose your own adventure, despite being used to describe a broad genre of interactive fiction, is actually a trademark term owned by ChooseCo, as some indie game makers are discovering. The reports are suggesting that game makers who use the term to describe their games on popular indie store itch.io are receiving cease and desist notifications. The site's creator is warning game makers on Twitter that indie games that use the term even innocuously are being targeted for copyright infringement.
Wow.
Yeah, the game they cite, Perfect Apocalypse, like Apocalypse, refers to itself as an apocalyptic dog dating choose-your-own-adventure game on its page. The game has been removed from itch.io for the time being. It's not just indie developers getting caught up in this either, with Netflix recently facing a trademark lawsuit after using the term to describe Black Mirror, Bandersnatch. Netflix is alleged to have pursued a license for the choose-your-own-adventure branding, but was unsuccessful. It does not seem that the problem stems from the style of gameplay, but developers, at least for now, are unable to use the specific phrase.
I mean, like,
Hey, man.
I feel like shouldn't you just be happy that you got a genre to take off and just be like, we're the original choose your own adventure. You know what I mean? Like,
no, I think what happened is like somebody bought the, like the trademark for that title. So if anybody tried to use it, like they would have to license it, like they get to make money off of anybody that uses it.
Well, no, they actually make like choose your own adventure brand shit, like the books and stuff,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
like,
but that's what I'm saying. It's like, so they could technically, these indie titles could use that term, but they would have to purchase a license from ChooseCo, like saying that they could do that, so it's like, this is how ChooseCo makes their money, like, it's their bread and butter. Welcome to capitalism, that's just how it goes.
That's dumb as hell, man.
That's how it goes, dog.
Oculus Quest has received a surprise update that has added a feature that was not expected until 2020. The Quest is now capable of hand tracking as of the V12 update, which will allow you to handle applications and eventually games without the need for controllers. Instead, it'll follow the movement of your hands.
Ooh.
The Oculus Quest, which does not require a powerful PC to run, is now blah, blah, blah. You get it. But the point is, it can fucking see and track your hands, dog. Like
your fingers? Like
your fucking fingers, your hands. Like, you don't need controllers or shit. You're just picking stuff up in the game, dude. Like,
that's intense.
I saw this on Facebook, and people seem to be pretty hyped about it. It seems to be working pretty well. You know what I mean? It's an experimental thing, though, so you can turn it on and off. And obviously, you don't have, like, thumbsticks and shit, so you can't, like, move around.
Oh, that's lame. Yeah, how would you... Maybe if you move your arms back and forth to walk.
But still, I mean, it's pretty neat. Blah, blah. I mean, like, that they even have that kind of technology. Like, it sees your fingers, and you can do, like,
Or maybe if you just step in place or something, walk in place.
Whoa.
It tracks your feet.
Oh, shit.
That'd be tight.
Now we're getting into the fucking future. I guess you could maybe even do like a jogging motion with your hand like that.
Well, so you could shoot while you're running. It just needs to track the feet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Even if you just like bounced up and down like this. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. That'd be tight.
That would be effective.
I'm ready for that future.
I'm cool with that.
James O'Connor at GameStop says Fortnite is full of dance moves and costumes based on memes and properties, but every now and then developer Epic Games runs into trouble when content in their game is accused of being taken from elsewhere. In court documents obtained by The Hollywood Reporter, details have emerged of a new legal scandal involving one of the game's dance moves and a pumpkin head costume. The strange detail here, though, is that Epic actually bought the rights to the dance, but they've been accused of copyright infringement over the effect of pairing the dance with certain costume elements. Furthermore, Epic Games are actually the plaintiffs in this case, seeking to have the court declare that they are not committing infringement. Matthew Geiler, who responded to the lawsuit through his company Sick Picnic Media, sold Epic Games the rights to the dance in the video below for $10,000. Or in the video, it's that video of the guy like wearing the weird like pumpkin head and like the black like all black bodysuit.
Yeah, I actually have that dance and I use it all the time. That
yeah, that thing.
Yeah, that's my jam. Yeah,
it says
that's my favorite dance in the game. I hope they don't take it out.
well, Epic Games bought the rights to use it for $10,000. Geiler believes that Epic Games is using his likeness without permission, though, as the Halloween Fort Nightmares event allowed the players to dress their character up in a pumpkin head and performing the dance with it on. The argument put forward by Epic Games' lawyer Del Sindali is that there are no similarities between the jack-o'-lantern costume available to players and Geiler's own, and that the concept of a person with a carved pumpkin for a face did not originate with Geiler and is essentially public domain. Because of this, the elements of Geiler's video beyond the dance do not warrant copyright protection. This guy... Another person just trying to make money.
Yeah,
it's like, you already got $10,000, you dumb fuck.
And shut the fuck up,
God
dude.
damn it. What's wrong with people?
Bro, you give me $10,000, I'll just be happy that I got my shit in the game. You know what I mean? I'll be like, I made some money, my shit's in the game. I'd be a happy camper,
it's
dude.
Like, you know that dance? That's me. That's me.
I'd be happy it was still, like, popular and stuff in the game. You know what I mean?
What the fuck, dude? Like, people need to chill out.
Gosh, I'm telling you.
Give me my money. What you got?
So, check this out, okay? Last year, before the Game Awards, they sent a bunch of these like crash Bandicoot statues out to like influencers or whatever.
Oh yeah,
and then at the Game Awards they announced Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled or whatever.
For sure.
So this year they did it again. They sent out Crash Bandicoot things to influencers. So
yeah, there was also a commercial for like Walmart or something that had like a weird Crash Bandicoot like that nobody's ever seen before. Like it was like showing off video games, and there was like a Crash wearing like a certain costume that nobody's ever seen in a game before.
Interesting.
And so everybody's like, "Oh, there's a new Crash game coming." More than likely, that's the rumor.
We haven't got a Crash game since when was that last one?
Crash
2008 or something? No. I guess Crash Team Racing. But I'm talking
you mean
about
like a brand
new Crash game since like.
That's true, and I feel like this was the reason that they did the like re-release of the games, like the remastered stuff. Yeah,
or just
to see
to put
if
their
people
foot in
want
the water. Yeah, to see if people would.
And
I think
people
definitely want it.
It sold well. It was like the top seller in, like for 2 months when it came out.
And my thing is like, it might sell okay on the Xbox and PlayStation, but you put that shit on Switch, dude.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's gonna sell like fucking hotcakes on the Switch. Dude.
Hell yeah, dude.
You know what I mean?
This is from Eddie McCooch at GameSpot. It appears the much anticipated upcoming Final Fantasy VII Remake is only a timed exclusive for PlayStation 4 and will come to other platforms later.
Oh, good.
Yeah, new box art for the game recently appeared online, stating clearly and plainly that the game is exclusive to PS4 through March 3rd, 2021. So that's a long time, though.
Yeah, that's like Resident Evil, 7 with the VR exclusivity or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'll tell you what. I'm excited about that shit, and I think it's kind of a good thing that they're not doing it just like solely exclusive to PlayStation 4, because I feel like with that game looking as beautiful as it does, it would be a crime not to let people play it on PC, like unlock frame rates and shit. You know what I mean? Like
for sure, an absolute crime.
Then
Eddie McCooch at GameSpot. Oh, wait, no, that's you. Sorry.
Oh, no, you're good.
My bad. Here, you go ahead.
I was just going to let you run with it. Minecraft on PS4 will update to the unified Bedrock version with an update on December 10th, bringing it in line with each of the versions and allowing crossplay on the platform. This is the final platform to receive the free Bedrock Edition update, which is the name given to the unified structure that has been populating across PC, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, iOS, Android, and Gear VR devices. Aside from crossplay between platforms, the update will also let you carry over any purchases and progress between platforms with your Microsoft account. PS4 players will also be able to access the Mod Hub Minecraft Marketplace. Sony was reluctant to adopt crossplay on its platform, but began allowing it last year, starting with Fortnite. Now it's available in many more games, including the recently released Call of Duty Modern Warfare. So yeah.
Yeah,
pretty cool.
I'm pretty excited about that because me and my younger sister have been wanting to play.
Oh, is she on PlayStation?
Yeah, she's on PlayStation, and I'm on Switch and Xbox One, so like... we had no way to play, but now we can.
That's really cool.
It's very exciting. So this is also from... This guy writes a lot at GameSpot, but Eddie McCooch, The Matrix 4...
Okay, I like his name.
Yeah, McCooch. The Matrix 4 continues to add to its cast. Collider reports that the movie has cast Mindhunter and Frozen 2 actor Jonathan Groff in an unspecified role for the sci-fi film. Groff, who also starred in the early seasons of Glee as Jesse St. James, joins a cast for The Matrix 4 that includes Keanu Reeves and Carrie-Anne Moss reprising their roles as Neo and Trinity. Jada Pinkett Smith is also returning to play her character Niobe yet again. So Groff is the guy from Mindhunter, like the younger guy.
Yeah.
I bet you anything, he's an agent. He looks like a fucking agent.
He does look like an agent. He'd be a good agent, too.
He looks like an agent.
He should be like the new Agent Smith, dude. You know
That's what I'm saying. I feel like the
Agent Smith 2, dude. What if him and Agent Smith like have
like
a fight?
version 2.0? You know, like because he's a virus, right?
Did they kill Agent Smith at the end of the third one? I can't remember.
I don't remember.
Now, is this going to be like a direct sequel to the third one?
Yes, it's 4.
Okay. How are they even going to do that?
Yeah, because they're all dead.
Yeah, didn't everybody fucking die? Like, what the fuck?
Like, basically everyone's dead. Maybe
yeah.
this is in the deep Matrix.
Maybe it's like a prequel. No, because then it wouldn't be 4.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Okay, I won't go into too much detail, but Disney has made the most money they've ever made this year. They made $10 billion on their movies. Just between like Avengers Endgame, Lion King, Captain Marvel, Toy Story, Aladdin, Frozen 2. They made like $1 billion on each of those, and Avengers made $2 billion, almost $3 billion.
Not enough. Not enough. No, I'm just kidding.
A lot of money. This is their most profitable year, and I think the most profitable year like ever as far as like a movie studio goes. So,
damn, good job, Disney. I guess
they broke their own
fucking
record.
monopoly. James O'Connor at GameSpot says The Elder Scrolls Legends is winding down, with Bethesda announcing that the game will no longer receive new content. In a post on the game's Reddit, Bethesda said that the additional content pack scheduled for 2019 will not release, and that development on all content going forward has ceased. This is not the end for The Elder Scrolls Legends. It's still available to download and play, and the post promises continued support in the form of monthly reward cards and regular in-game events. Ongoing maintenance is promised too, but don't expect new expansions. The most recent release expansion, Moons of Elsewhere, launched in June this year. All players who log in from now will receive a free card pack, the Tamriel Collection, which features an assortment of new 3 attributed cards. The post also promises that the Asia-specific version of Legends currently in development is not affected by this news. Yep.
Cool. I like that. Let's see. Okay, this is kind of a long article. We got a lot to talk about, so I'm just going to gloss over it. Basically, we kind of talked about this last week, but we didn't get too much into detail. They said that the people from Campo Santo that like moved to Valve, you know how they were talking about they're not going to do, you know, Valley of the Gods, or like they started like taking stuff off the Twitter or whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, now they're like officially putting it on like hold. Like they've come out and said like we're not doing it right now. We're all kind of like tied up working on Half-Life.
Yeah.
So
it's a very random dev team to get for Half-Life.
Yeah. They said that some of them are working on Half-Life and some of them are working on some other game, and some of them are actually working on the like Steam's like UI and stuff. Like,
man, that would suck to go from working on like a game like your passion
to Steam.
Yeah, that would. I mean, I'd love to get paid, you know, but like, I bet that drains, you know, like
that'd be awful.
Yeah. Anyway, so Andrew Smith at IGN says Redbox has announced that it no longer plans to offer video game rentals at its kiosks, as it will be shifting its focus solely to movie rentals in 2020.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah. While video game rentals are no longer available as Redbox kiosks, some locations will still offer discounted games that can be purchased outright before they are removed for good at the end of the month. First discovered by Redditors, Redbox confirmed on Twitter that it will be transitioning out of the gaming service by the end of the year. In a statement to The Verge, a spokesperson reiterated that Redbox will be permanently transitioning out of the games business, but will still allow customers to purchase remaining games through the end of the year. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they'll be out of the movie business too pretty soon.
Yeah,
how long can that last?
Totally, not long, especially with like cheap ass services like Disney Plus. I mean, like
not even like whenever you can rent any movie ever, like online, like you can just rent it from Vudu or
if you have
Prime.
internet, you already are like better off than. I mean, Redbox is only $1, I guess, if you really want to go cheap with it.
Yeah,
but
if you
like,
get the DVD version, who's getting that though? You paying $2 for that Blu-ray?
It's you know, it's gonna survive a little longer in these like rural areas where like the internet isn't as. You know what I mean? But I think that's their bread and butter right now. And honestly, the problem with the video games thing with Redbox is that it, you know, in today's day and age, you get a video game, you gotta download that fucking shit. You get home and it's like it takes half of your fucking day that you paid for just to download the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and then
for
get
sure.
the update or whatever, and then it's like by the time you can finally play it, you only have like 12 hours left. You gotta go sleep. You wake up the next day, it's like, okay, might as well rent it for another day or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Did you know that the creator of Redbox was like one of the co-creators of Netflix. Like, he left to go make Redbox.
Oh man, that sucks.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he still has like.
He probably was the
Netflix
guy
money.
who was like, because originally Netflix was sending out like physical.
Yeah,
DVDs.
yeah, of course.
He was probably like pissed that they went all streaming. He's like, I'm going to where I can still do my physical stuff.
They just have this like redneck dude who came up with the idea for Netflix. He's like out in the country. He's like, what would be really good? Like a place where you send DVDs.
Like a vending machine.
Like a vending machine. No, but well, that's all I got for news. You roll through what you got.
All right, I got a little more. League of Legends developer Riot Games has announced its venture into video game publishing via a new publishing arm called Riot Forge. The goal of Riot Forge is to partner with experienced studios outside of Riot Games to create single-player, story-driven games set in the League of Legends Runeterra universe. Greg Street, Riot's vice president of IP, and I can't talk.
You almost got it. You got to keep it going.
I was working there for a second. Took to Twitter to celebrate the announcement. Tweeting, Riot Forge is something that I'm proud to have helped create. We are now the indie game publisher, and I'm sorry, I can't focus. The story-based games you want in the League universe are coming.
Wow, you had 1 sentence left. You did it, though.
I couldn't handle it. Well, see, I started off British, and then I got Australian.
No, it was Australian the whole time.
Was I Australian the whole time?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to play it back.
Yeah, you'll hear it.
I'm going to have to run that back.
Run it back. No, but yeah, you did good. What you got? Keep it going.
Okay. I can skip that one. That's weak. EA Sports has got Snoop Dogg coming in, and he's going to be a playable character and a guest commentator on December 5th.
For what?
For NHL 20.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can, if you ever wanted to like shred some ice as Snoop D-O-double-G, yeah.
It's like a 50-year-old man.
And I'm pretty sure you can fist fight in that game. So like,
that's all I'm saying. Like, you're
Duke
just like
it out with Snoop,
old man. Like, it's kind of sad that Snoop Dogg is an old man now.
He's not that old, is he?
He's like 40 something. He's almost
not an old man. That's
hold up. You
like
keep
a middle-aged man. You know what I mean? We can't just be like insulting all the 45-year-olds.
Hey,
like,
we're gonna be 45-year-olds one day too. We are old. Or we'll be old.
Yeah, we're getting there.
He's 48. He's almost 50.
All right, but that doesn't... you're not an old man until you're like 60-something, 70. You know what I mean?
Is it, though? Is that the age?
That's how I feel, You're just like I don't know. I feel like you don't become an old man until you just start like, back in my day, I don't know.
I started that at 22. No, just kidding. What you got?
Realistic World War I first-person shooter Verdun has released or gotten a remaster, and it's available for free. Basically, this game came out in 2015. They like completely redid the whole game and like patched it in. So get on that. Let's see. Persona 5 Royale got a release date. It's going to be on October 31st, March 31st, 2020. Going to be fire. It's going to have a whole bunch of different shit. Let's see. A couple of former developers from Arcane Studios, the team responsible for the immersive sims like Dishonored and Prey, I don't know about sims, has established...
Yeah, what?
Yeah, like, what the fuck? Why would they say that? Like Dishonored and Prey have established a brand new studio to focus on great art direction, compelling worlds, and interesting stories. The team's first project will be revealed at this year's Game Awards ceremony. Wolf Eye Studios is helmed by Rafael Colatano and Julian Robbie. So yeah, there you go.
Cool.
Let's see. Oh, okay. So Phil Spencer kind of fucked up, and he said that Control was going to be coming to Game Pass.
Oh, yeah.
And then Control, like Remedy Games, came out, and they're like, we don't have any plans to come to Game Pass right now. But I think that's just them trying to, like, keep, they don't want people to stop buying the game because they're like, oh, I'll just wait for it to come to Game Pass. You know what I mean?
Do you think that's the case? Do you think...
I think so. I think it really
is
going to come... I think
Game
so. Yeah. I don't think Phil Spencer would have said that if he didn't already know something like that. You know what I mean? Like...
Yeah, unless he just, like, completely made a mistake and didn't know what he was talking about. which, I mean, is a
Maybe,
possibility.
but they didn't like say we're not coming to Game Pass. They were just like, we currently don't have any plans.
Dude, that'd be tight if it's coming to Game Pass.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Play it.
I think that's the way they should go, because apparently it's really good, and like not a lot of people got their hands on it.
No, it didn't even chart, dude, in the first month it came out. Did you see also that he said that he's got his Xbox Scarlet at home? Like,
I saw that.
Yeah, Phil Spencer said he's officially like got his Xbox Scarlet hooked up at home, and he's like playing with it, and like he's using it as his like hub and everything. So that's cool.
Is he like interacting with like other Xboxes online with it?
That's what he said.
Interesting.
Interacting with the community and everything.
Cool. I like that. Let's see. Vanquish is returning to modern consoles with a listing for an Xbox One version having appeared on Microsoft Store. The game page lists a February 18th, 2020 release date. It was originally an Xbox 360 game from Platinum Games that did really well. Or it was like scored really well. I don't know if it did really well. Let's see. Apex Legends has a new skin that you can get for free that turns the robot guy into BD-1 from Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, which is kind of fun. Little skin for him.
Oh, nice.
Nintendo Switch Online is getting a bunch of new games. They're adding Star Fox 2, Super Punch-Out, Kirby Superstar, Breath of Fire 2. Those are the SNES games coming this next month. And then for the NES... they're adding Chrysalis and Journey to Silas. Yeah. So if you have been waiting for some new NES, SNES games to play on your Switch,
they're here.
They're
not that great, though.
No. Well, Punch-Out. I like Super Punch-Out.
Besides Punch-Out, yeah.
That's going to be tight. And then we got a bunch of stuff with the Xbox Game Pass. Ashen, Life is Strange Before the Storm, Life is Strange Season 1, and Pro Evolution Soccer 2019 are all leaving Game Pass on December 13th. And then on December 5th, we got My Friend Pedro and Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker.
Naruto, Taruto.
December 6th, we got Demon's Tilt, Wonder Song. December 12th, we're getting eFootball PES 2020, Overcooked 2, Pathologic 2, and The Division. And coming to PC soon, quote unquote, we're getting Age of Wonders, Planetfall, Demon's Tilt, Europea Universalis 4, Faria, Farming Simulator 17, Human Fall Flat, Metro Last Light Redo, My Friend Pedro, and Pathologic 2. So there you go. Developer Red Barrels has announced The Outlast Trials, a new game set in the Outlast universe. While Outlast and its sequel were both single-player horror games, this latest title looks to be set with a cooperative affair. Set during the era of the Cold War, The Outlast Trials will allow players to face the horrors that await by themselves or with a fellow test subject, with the announcement hinting at some kind of multiplayer functionality.
This could either be really cool or really bad.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what they do. I haven't really ever been disappointed by an Outlast game. I think I like the first one a little more than the second one, but they're both like fantastic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's definitely a game we're gonna have to couch bro up for sure.
Totally. I love the Red Barrels games, man. I feel like they can do no wrong to me.
Same.
Oh, did you see that they're doing? I'm done with news, by the way.
Okay.
But did you see that if you have the Man of Medan game, that you can like do the thing like they did with Wolfenstein Youngblood and that prison game? You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Where if like one person has a copy of the game, you can have a friend like, play with you.
Yeah. Like kind of like download and play on the Switch almost. Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think they should have launched it with that, but
yeah, that would have made more sense.
It's still cool that they put it in there, though.
For sure. So that's it for this week's news, guys. We're going to jump on over to this week's releases, where I'm going to let you know what brand new games you can buy in the next 7 days, starting with Transport Fever 2 coming to PC on December 11th for $35.99. The follow-up to the hit Tycoon Simulation and Management games Transport Fever and Train Fever, Transport Fever 2 features 3 brand new story mode campaigns and a vastly improved gameplay experience, feature set, user interface, modding capabilities, and new dynamic environments. And then we got Pathologic 2 coming to Xbox One on December 12th for $34.99. Pathologic 2 is an open-world survival thriller set in a town that's being consumed by a deadly plague. Face the realities of a collapsing society as you make difficult choices in seemingly lose-lose situations. The plague isn't just a disease. You can't save everyone. Get to know it, winning the affection of the locals and gaining allies, or try to carve your own path alone. Explore the town, its inhabitants, and their traditions. Fight both the plague itself and its victims. Try to make a difference before the time runs out. Also, figure out who killed your father while fighting a deadly plague. Then Detroit Become Human is coming to PC on December 12th for $39.99.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, Mankind Rediscovered. Detroit is the site of a new industrial revolution, and Detroit Become Human, a game about life, human life, artificial life, and everything in between.
Are they going to put this on Xbox, too?
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
I think it's just going to PC.
That's messed up.
Right. And then we got Jin Sao Skydrift coming to Switch and PC on December 12th for $23.99. A Tao Hao Project racing game is here in the mystical land of Jinsokyo. Somewhere in Japan, humans and yokai live together in strange harmony. One day, some girls notice that their spirit energy is weak. Yokai specialist Raimu Hukare and her friend Marissa Kurasami spot someone running off on a racetrack. Okay. And then we got Budget Cuts 2, Mission Insolvency, coming to PC on December 12th for $30. Budget Cuts 2, Mission Insolvency is a stealth action game built for the total immersion that only heavily spatial VR experiences can bring. Bound together with an epic story, spine-tingling tension, and a delicious blend of violence, tongue-in-cheek humor, and tacos.
Budget Cuts 1 was really well regarded. Like, it's like a kind of had like a portal style where you'd like use this thing to like look into like a window, like a portal to like somewhere else, and you like throw knives through it and like kill people and shit.
Oh,
and like you
nice.
go through the little portal. It was pretty cool. I mean, it looked like it was like a Portal mixed with like stealth action. You know what I mean?
Sounds interesting. Sounds very weird.
Yeah.
And tacos, apparently.
And tacos.
Dead End Job is coming to Switch, PS4, Xbox One, and PC on December 13th for $16.99. In the frantic, colorful twin-stick ghost-blasting game Dead End Job, you take on the role of Hector Plasm, a worker at Ghoul Be Gone, the #1 experts in paranormal pest control. Blast ghosts and then suck them up using your trusty vacuum pack, as every ghost you catch, citizen rescued, and job completed is added to the client's bill. And then we got Watom coming to PS4 and PC on December 17th for $16.99. From the maniacal mastermind behind Nobi Nobi Boy and Katamari Damacy comes Watom, a unique, charming place bursting with interesting people, overseen by the mayor and his trusted deputies. Discover what's possible when you abandon all preconceived notions about what it means to play in games. Learn about the different origins of Watom citizens, then work together with them to solve weird puzzles, celebrate special events, and explore your imagination to its fullest. Okay.
Sweet.
Then we got Xenoraptor coming to PS4 on December 17th for $9.99. Xenoraptor is a frantic and frenzied twin-stick shooter pitting ridiculously armed space dragons against an interstellar armada. Okay. Then we got Stramium Immortally coming to PS4 on December 17th for $8.99. Stramium Immortally is a shmup roguelike dungeon crawler. Explore the butts hard procedurally generated cubicus battling beasties, looting endless item and weapon upgrades, and defeating huge boss meanies in your vengeful quest to eradicate the Queenie Empress.
What?
Yes. And then Demon Pit is coming to PS4 on December 17th. Couldn't find a price for this, but arise, Demon Hunter. It is time. The years you spent slaughtering demonkind in the mortal world did little to cleanse your soul. Your sins have been laid bare, and you have been judged. You are damned for eternity. The pit awaits. Inspired by the fast-paced FPS games of the 1990s, Demon Pit is an intense arcade-style arena shooter. Armed with a series of ranged weapons and a soul grapple, you must fight and outmaneuver endless waves of demons in a constantly changing environment. How long can you survive before they rip your flesh and claim your soul? Then we got Untitled Goose Game coming to PS4 on December 17th for $19.99. Everybody knows what that is. And then we got Demons with Shotguns coming to PS4 December 17th for $9.99. In the frenetic couch fragger Demons with Shotguns, up to 4 players can blast, leap, and obliterate friends with an arsenal of broomsticks, skillful strategy, and tarot card power-ups. Choose from multiple VS and co-op game modes, including free-for-all and team-based modes, or take on enemy wave mode in 1 to 2 players survival battle against a hellish horde.
Wait, so are you the demons with shotguns, or are you fighting demons with shotguns?
I think you are the demons with shotguns.
Oh, okay.
I could be wrong, though.
I mean, either way, I'm in.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm down. I'm down for that. Anyways, yeah, so that's it. That's all the games that are coming out in the next 7 days.
Week. You know what
I
mean? Goose Game's going to sell.
And maybe Detroit on PC, but I feel like PC gamers don't care about shit like that.
You know, I feel like they should, because that would probably be dope on PC.
Nah, dude, they're into like Arma and like fucking
just like
Rust.
Stereotyping all the PC players.
That's all they care about.
All
dude.
PC players only play Arma.
They only
and Star
play
Citizen.
Rust, dude. Like every like PC player I know, that's like all they play. It's like that kind of shit, or like League of Legends. Like that's it, or maybe WoW. But they're not like. They're just not into like console games. I don't know why. Why? I don't know. They like Grand Theft Auto though. That's
everybody likes Grand Theft.
Yeah,
Auto. I think that's the
it.
one thing we can all agree on. You know.
Yeah, and I'm definitely stereotyping those PC gamers. If you're a PC gamer and I'm wrong, please let me know.
You're definitely wrong. I'll let you know right now.
I don't think I'm wrong.
You're 100% wrong.
Even like they'll be.
There's lots of PC gamers out there that like all kinds of games. That's just
impossible.
You can't just like
impossible. if you have a PC that costs more than $2,000, you don't play console games.
If you got a PC worth $2,000, you never played no kind of fun shit in your life.
Yeah, you play
all you play
is like army simulation games. No, I'm just kidding. But we'll see. We'll see if we get some answers.
Oh my god!
I say we round them all up. Just put them in one place. You know, it's not a bad place. We just put them in one place.
Surely
keep
there's
an eye
like
on
a couple of them out there playing The Witcher or something. You know what I mean?
No, probably not. No, just kidding.
I doubt it. I just doubt it.
I seriously doubt it. No, but anyway, so let's jump on over to currently playing.
Yes.
Brent, do you want to go first? You want me to go first? How do you want to do this?
I can go first.
Okay.
So I started out the week. The new episode, or the last episode of Life is Strange, finally came out.
Episode 5, right?
Months later, yeah. It took them like a whole ass year to release these 5 episodes.
Yeah, and they missed the Game Awards because of it.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie to you, like real shit. For as long as it took them to put this shit out, and it didn't like look any better than like Life is Strange 1 or anything. Like it was. I mean, it wasn't like nearly good enough to justify the like 2 or 3 month like waiting periods between. I mean, it was great. I had a good time with it, but fuck them for making us wait that long, dude. They should have just like, they can't do that on the next release. Like they just can't. Like they can't make that their like business model. You know what I mean? Like it's unacceptable. Like if you're gonna release an episodic game, you have to like hit a monthly schedule or something. You know what I mean? That's just like, it's just too not okay. I don't know.
I agree. Who makes those games again? Isn't it Ubisoft?
Don't Nod.
Oh.
It's a Square.
Square. That's who it was. My bad. I mean, Square's not hurting for money, so I don't think it matters.
And, you know, I mean, people like the games. That's the only problem I have with the game at all is fucking how long it fucking took
wait
to
time.
Game out. You know, but other than that, I don't know. I was a little disappointed in like the ending like scenario. I want to go back through it, but I'm afraid that it's not going to be that much different. Not like the first game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I will say that like one of the things I do like about Life is Strange 2 particularly is it's got like a lot of like, you know, like Miyazaki type moments where it's just like the beauty of like what's going on then, you know, like cooking eggs or like doing something, you know, mundane and kind of like seeing the beauty in it. You know what I mean? I think that's one of the cool things about Life is Strange as a series is it like emphasizes that throughout that's like one of the core tenets of the game. You know what I mean? It's like just kind of seeing the beauty and like life around you, even though it's like
It's almost like life is
strange or something. And then the other game I've been playing is vastly different. I've been playing Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice.
Sekiro. I don't know how to say it.
I made the mistake of thinking, okay, I fucked up that Star Wars game. You know what I mean? And I played it on like the second hardest difficulty. I didn't even play it on the hardest difficulty on the Star Wars game. I played it on like the second hardest.
Yeah, yeah.
Which was still pretty hard, but I was proud of myself when I beat it. But then I'm like, all right, I need some hard shit.
I told you, dude. I told you on the last episode.
Bro, I got what I asked for. This shit's fucking
hard, dude.
It's hard, but I'm getting good, dude. I'm fucking hours on each fucking segment, like just fucking practicing and like getting better. And then as soon as I master it, there's like a new technique or something I need to learn. You know what I mean? It's like, and then to top it all off, like, you die, and then like you start getting this like dragon rot, and you like start like feeling bad because like the more you die, the more like people in the world around you start getting sick. You know what I mean? So now my entire like world is just full of all these like dying people just because like I suck so bad. You know what I mean?
Damn. What if you start getting better? Do they get better?
No, but there is a way to make them better. It's kind of like part of the story, so I won't like ruin it or anything. But if you're playing the game and you start getting dragon rot really bad, don't worry. I was like about to quit playing because I kept getting dragon rot, and I was like, and then I realized it doesn't really matter. The game,
it's just part of the game.
The game tries to make you feel like you're like losing out on a bunch of shit because you get the dragon rot. But, like, the worst that'll happen is, like, instead of somebody, like, being like, go over there, there's a sword, they'll be like, instead. You know what I mean?
And then you just go over there and get the sword.
Yeah, you get the sword anyway. So it's not that bad. And, like, there's also a function in the game where sometimes when you die, like, you won't lose your money or half your experience or whatever. You know what I mean? And that's called, like, I forgot, hidden assist or some shit. And, like, every time you die, you get less of a chance to get hidden assist. But, like, when you finally, get rid of the dragon rod, it comes back so you can get your assist again or whatever. Nice. I don't know. There's a lot to it, but, like, it's very much like the Star Wars game.
Yeah, for sure.
The only thing that I don't like about it is, like, literally the only thing I don't like about it is that, like, there's some moves that are, like, sweep attacks that you have to, like, jump over. And, like, you can't block or dodge them. You have to jump over them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's, like, so irritating. Because my, like, instincts are, like, block and dodge. There's not jump as part of my defense equation.
Yeah,
you know what
sure.
I mean? So every time their sweep attack comes, I just get fucked up. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that stuff's annoying, bro.
But I am getting a lot better. And I will say this. I kind of want to go back and try Star Wars on the hardest difficulty now. You know what I mean?
See how real you are.
Yeah. I mean, like, the thing is, like, I'll get to these bosses, and, like, I might struggle, and I might sit there for hours fighting the same boss, but I eventually beat them. And it's, like, the most satisfying shit ever. When you, like, that feeling.
Yeah,
I'm sure you've, like, fought a hard boss before that you had to fight, like, 100 times. It's, like, it's just that over and over and over again. Like, and as soon as you beat one, you walk to the very next room, and there's, like, another one, like, just fucking ready to fucking whip your ass. You know what I mean? It's, like...
Do you have to fight the other boss again if you die with the next boss?
Do what?
Like if you kill
no.
Okay.
Like, so, okay, it's kind of like Star Wars in the respect that, like, when you rest, everything respawns.
Oh, okay.
But, like, the big enemies won't respawn. Like, so if you kill, like, a general or something with, like, 2 health bars or some shit, it's not going to come back. You know what I mean?
It's kind of the stupid thing about Jedi Fallen Order is that the big ones come back, too.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, why?
Well,
why?
with
the Purge Troopers and
some
stuff.
of the big ones will come back in this one. Like the big trolls and shit will come back. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Just not bosses.
Yeah, but you can, like, sneak attack even the big ones in this game. So if you're, like, stealthy, you can kill the hard enemies just by, like, being sneaky. You know what I mean? Like, getting up behind them and, like, even, like, bosses, you can sneak up behind them and take one of their whole ass life bars off before you even start the fight. Like, some bosses, it's just, you can't fight them if you don't do that. You know what I mean? It's like an impossible battle if you don't do that. But, like, there's, like, prayer beads and gourd seeds. So the gourd seeds are like BD1's little stim packs, basically.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I keep getting gourd seeds. Every time I get a gourd seed, you can do another heal between rests or whatever. And, like, it makes all the difference in the world. I mean, it really is almost exactly like Star Wars, just with, like, a ninja setting and, like, way, way, way fucking harder. You know what I mean?
Sounds pretty cool.
It's a lot of fun, though. Like, it's not like it's not like hard to be like, you know, obnoxious. It's just like hard because I feel like, you know, some people really probably want that challenge. You know what I mean? And it definitely provides it. Although I wouldn't be mad if they put like a step down difficulty setting, you know what I mean? Like, because it would still be hard as fuck. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. So like, if you lose, you know you lost because it was something you did.
What's interesting to me though is like I go online for almost every boss fight just because like, you know, it's such a hard game. I want to have like a game plan or a strategy or something, you know, just to save me a little time. You know what I mean? And like some of the bosses, I don't have a trouble with. Like I always fight the boss once, just like bare bones, just to see if I can do it. And sometimes I'll just kill him, you know. And then I'll go online and they'll be like, "Oh, that was the hardest fucking boss." Like the Blazing Bull. Apparently he's like super fucking hard, and everybody's like, "Oh, dude, the Blazing Bull killed me like 50,000 times." I killed the Blazing Bull one try, dude. Like no fucking like other attempts or anything. But then right afterwards, I get on this mini boss that's like fucking way less intimidating, and he just whoops my ass like 4,000 times. And it, like, you know, it's just weird. Like some of the things I can deal with, and some of them I have a little more trouble dealing with. You know, I think a lot of it is like my reflexes are tuned to like the role of Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah,
and he does like a sidestep in this one, or like, you know, it takes you a while to get your lightsaber up in Jedi Fallen Order, and this one it's like instant. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
that's the problem with Jedi Fallen Order is the slow animations.
Well, I got used to it. You know, I started like building my tactics around the animations that I knew he was going to do. You know, and I kind of got good at it. You know what I mean? So then I'm trying to do the same kind of timing in Sekiro, and it just gets you killed. You have to like rewire your whole fucking brain to like learn how to like block and shit. It's fucking hard.
Nice,
but it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I might want to try that.
You can borrow it when I'm done with it if you want.
Is it on an Xbox?
Yeah.
You got a physical?
Yeah,
nice.
I've been getting a lot of games on Xbox lately because my physical discs on my PlayStation haven't been like my fucking whole. It just won't eat discs anymore. Like, you know.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, when you finish it, let me know. I want to play that.
All right. What about you?
I've been playing, now that I have my internet back and everything, I've been playing Jedi Fallen Order.
Nice.
I'm at Dathomir.
Okay.
Fighting, I'm not going to spoil anything, but a guy with a name.
You're not spoiling anything for me. We could just like, hey, okay, look, if you don't want it to be spoiled, just skip a little bit ahead, because I think we need to talk about this.
Skip like 4 to 5 minutes.
4 to 5 minutes ahead, yeah. Let's go ahead and converse about this. Wait.
Yeah.
So you're fighting
Malicos,
the lightsaber guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And he's fucking
he's a bitch,
kicking my ass,
bro,
dude.
You're on the second to hardest difficulty too, right?
Yeah, I'm on the second.
I can only imagine how hard this guy would have been on the fucking hardest. Like, dude, he fucked me up so many times. I fought this guy maybe 30 or 40 times before I fucking even like.
I'm on like my 25th fight with him. And the problem with him is that every time you die, you have to fucking kill these 2 fucking dudes, then kill like a sniper, and then you have to go and walk through this fucking crack in a wall.
Dude,
every single
don't even kill those
time.
guys, bro.
Why?
Just run straight past them. Like, block the one. The sniper's gonna shoot at you. Okay.
Yeah.
Run as fast as you can, and then like block for a second. He'll shoot. Bling. You hit the bullet. Actually, just get that upgrade skill where he blocks while he runs.
I have that. Yeah.
You have that? Yeah. Just sprint, dude. Haul ass through that crack. Once you get through that crack, they won't chase you. They won't come after you or nothing. Like,
oh yeah, I just find it annoying that they set it up that way.
It is annoying.
You know, it's like
I would just that's what I was doing. And another thing. If you want an extra skill point, when you go through that door right before you fight him, I'm pretty sure there's like a secret room on the left.
Yeah, I've done that.
You found
I
that?
got all
okay.
that. It just bothers me that every time, and like if I take a break from the game and go back in, I have to watch the cutscene again. Like
it makes you watch the cutscene?
It makes me watch the cutscene. Like if I die and respawn automatically, it doesn't make me do that. But if I go like
if you cut the game
off,
if
I turn the game off and go back on, I have to watch the cutscene with the chick. With the witch lady, then I have to watch the cutscene with him. Then whenever I get to the middle of the fight, I have to watch the cutscene again where she intervenes in the fight. And then, but I've gotten him down to like this much health. That's the closest I've gotten him, and then he just fucked me up. I only have 4 stims.
Bro, oh really?
At this point,
man, yeah, you might want to go find another. Try to find another BD1 stem.
I don't want to have to run all the way the fuck back. I'm just going to beat him with 4 stems.
You can. I think you can. I only had like 5 or 6 stems when I fought him, you know, and like I was like right on the very last bit of my life, but I got him like almost all the way dead before, and then he got like a really good combo off on me and like fucked me up a couple times. You know what I mean? But like it's definitely doable. You know what I mean? Like,
but I cannot for the life of me parry him. Like, no matter what, like, what I just keep doing...
Don't even try.
No, I just keep running at him and doing the, like, X, like, while you're running, where you, like, flip over and, like, hit him, and then I, like, roll back, and then I flip and hit him.
Are you hitting him with double lightsaber?
Yeah,
or?
Once I get his shield down. You have to get the shield down before you can actually hit him. I'm doing double lightsaber all the time, though.
Are you trying any force powers on him or anything?
Only whenever he, like, throws his lightsaber in the air and then, like, runs at you.
Yeah.
Like, that time I'll use it on him, or, like, whenever he throws the rocks, I'll throw them back at him.
Sometimes it won't look like you're doing anything, like with the force push, but you're actually like fucking their like posture up. Like if you hit him like 2 or 3 times with a force push and like hit him with like a single blade lightsaber after that, it'll like fuck him up pretty bad. Oh, do you have that thing yet where you can like
split it apart?
Yeah, whack him.
Yeah. That's the part that I want to talk about. Is like what color did you go with for your lightsaber?
Purple, dude.
I went yellow.
I'm a purple kind of lightsaber Mace Windu looking ass dude. Like I'm all about that shit, you know.
I went straight yellow because it reminded me of like Jedi Outcast, like the different colors.
The yellow was tight. I kind of like the cayenne too. Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
I like them all, dude. Like
it's so dope. As soon as that part happened, I was like, hell yeah! Like BD's little like thing where it's like, you lost your memory for me, you know, like I was like, damn. I was like, now I love BD.
I fucking love that game, dude. Like, you're gonna, like, man, it's such a satisfying feeling. When you finally beat that dude, you're gonna be like, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, I gotta beat it. I gotta go back in and
you come away from that fight better at the game. Like, once you're done beating him, you'll go outside and, like, fight some stormtroopers or something. You just feel like a fucking god.
They're
like,
all just
like,
bitches.
Yeah. It's like, it's scary as hell when he starts coming at you, like, dragging the lightsabers on the ground, you know? That's when you know he's, like, in his, like, last stages of life. It's like, he's just dragging him. But he doesn't really switch it up very much.
I've seen that part. Like, that's how far I've gotten.
Yeah.
With him. But, so yeah, I've been playing that, trying to finish that. And then in between, I jumped on My Friend Pedro.
Oh, cool. I've downloaded that. I haven't played it.
It's pretty tight. It's kind of like, imagine like a mix between The Matrix and like John Wick. Like
that sounds really tight.
Yeah, no, it's really tight, but it's like a side-scrolling. Like, you know how those old like Spider-Man games on the DS were, where it's like 3D but side-scrolling.
Oh yeah,
and like you could like swing and stuff like in buildings and doing things like that. It's very much like that, but with the Matrix, like slow, like bullet time, and like you gotta like you can like. Tight. Aim a gun this way and then like aim it to the like aim one gun to the right, one to the left, or like up and down. You gotta like shoot people in slow motion.
Is it like super hard or is it?
Not really. I'm kind of getting through it pretty quickly, and you can change the difficulty settings though. I'm just on like normal, but it has like this funny story. You know, like a banana is talking to you and telling you to do all this stuff. And like in the second, like once you get to like the second actual level, like you're being hunted by like bounty hunters and stuff. It's pretty intense. It's a fun game. I recommend it to anybody that's just looking for a fun little jaunt. And then Halo 3 ODST. I started playing that. I've never played ODST before.
Really?
No.
ODST was, I think, one of my least favorite ones. It's the one where you're like not a Spartan, right? You're just
you're like special
dude.
forces, like type Marine.
You feel a lot weaker in that game, like
kind of. I still feel like I'm playing Halo, but I like it a lot more. I like the different guns and stuff like
really?
It's refreshing almost, you know, and like how your visor is like
maybe
like
I should go back and play
stuff.
it because at the time I was such a big Halo fan and it didn't feel Halo-y enough to me, or it didn't feel like
oh yeah. No, we need to co-op it.
I'm down.
Yeah, for Couch Bro Ops. Next or this week we'll do Halo 2 and then Halo 3 and then we need to do ODST and try it out. But anyways, that's what I've been playing. Let us know what you've been currently playing in the Facebook group or in the comments. The Facebook group is facebook.com/group/GameSpeak and you can just drop it in the comments wherever you're at if you want. Anyways, we're going to jump on over to the topic of the show. This week's topic of the show is our top 3 games of 2019. Now, just a little like, you know, information on that. This doesn't, you know, I was thinking at first, I was like, oh, well, I'm just going to put like the top 3 games that I played in 2019, but then I was like, no, I'm going to make this just 2019 games. So all of mine are from 2019.
Yeah, and just a disclaimer, guys, we obviously didn't have time to play every game in 2019, so if your favorite game is left off the list, it's very likely it's just because
we didn't play it.
Yeah, we didn't get a chance to play it.
Maybe one day when we have more money, or if, we got more Patreon support over at patreon.com/createforsanity. Drop us a couple dollars over there, and you get those ad-free episodes and stuff like that. And we might be able to get more games.
It's true.
To play for you. Anyways, you want to start us off? You want to?
Yeah, I think I can kick it off.
Okay.
So my number 3 game, the third best game of the year to me, and I think this might be a lot of people's best game of the year, and some people won't even have it on their list. It's The Outer Worlds. I really enjoyed The Outer Worlds. I think Obsidian knocked it out of the park. I do think that there's room for improvement. Like, I think, as far as just like a little more variety on the weapons and stuff, and like a little bit bigger worlds, like, but not, I mean, like, you don't need to do much to make it. Like, The Outer Worlds 2 is going to be sick, and there's going to be an Outer Worlds 2 for sure.
It's got to be. They built that world,
Yeah, I mean, the lore is fun. The story's pretty good. The voice acting's awesome.
The characters
are great. The combat feels fun. It's just got a lot going for it, and it's like, it's not necessarily like the most like beautiful or technical game, but it's like, it's just got something that makes you want to play it again. It's like you finish the game and you're like instantly just want to boot it up and start up a new game. Like that's how good it is.
It has a very throwback feel to KOTOR and games like that.
Yes, and that's like my favorite style of game. Like I've always been a sucker for that kind of shit. So it's
for sure. Me too. My number 3 is actually Blair Witch.
Which
I feel like it's not going to make a lot of people's list just because it was so small of a game. Like, it was such an indie title, but
it was so well done, though.
It was well done, and it had a huge impact on me. Like, it made me really get back into like horror films, which I feel like I went for a long time without really like enjoying that part of my life. I grew up on horror films, that was like my favorite thing. There was like a summer where all I did was just like rent horror films every night, like I just love that. I love the art of horror films, I almost get like a feel good feeling from them, and playing this game really brought that back to me, and the creativity of like Blair Witch and like the movie itself. It made us go and like work on a short film just for fun, to put something or make something. But yeah, so that game had a really big impact on me. And
I like the mechanics of like the phone and the dog and stuff coming into play.
Exactly. The camera, like being able to rewind, and like whatever you rewind on the camera, like it would, appear in the world.
A lot of interesting game mechanics that they implemented there,
Definitely. And it was extremely scary, especially once you get to the witch's house.
Ooh,
like that part really got me on edge. Like I had like I talked about it on an episode a long time ago, but like I had my girlfriend sitting on the couch behind me, and the whole time I'm freaking out. Like,
I never finished it. I think I'm gonna go back and finish it up.
It's a worth a finish, dude. It's not that long. But anyways, yeah. So that's my number 3. What's your number 2? So
my number 2 is Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Excuse me.
Nice.
I don't know, man. It's like It's the most accomplished I've ever felt after beating a video game. Like, without a question. Like, I felt like I achieved something. After that fucking millionth fucking fight with the last boss and shit, it's just like, you finally do it, and it's like, oh my god. I know this wasn't like the hardest difficulty. Somebody's out there laughing at me right now, probably. But fuck, it felt good, dude. I felt like I just, like, I don't know. Like, I
got that little taste of victory.
Yeah.
A little taste of like your skills were put to the test.
Yes.
You tested your mettle.
You tried for like, it's something special when you like see yourself get better. It's like when you can notice that like you're starting to do things that were like fucking you up at the beginning. Like you're like blocking things without even thinking about it and shit. And it's like, I don't know.
At first, it was like, "Oh, that's impossible."
Yeah, like that's the allure of that kind of game to me. Like seeing something and thinking, "Fuck, that's impossible," and then doing it. You know what I mean? Like finding a way to do it. It's not. I don't know. It's a beautiful thing. I fucking love that game.
For sure. No, that's cool.
And I love Star Wars. That's the problem. Like Sekiro's great, and that came out this year too, and it's a lot of fun. But like, first of all, I haven't beat it yet, and I might never beat it just because it's so fucking hard. But also, I like the setting of Star Wars more. Like, you throw that Star Wars coat of paint on anything, and I'm all about it.
All about it. I'm the same way. Number 2 for me is The Outer Worlds, which... I feel like I shouldn't be able to put this one on here just because I haven't finished it yet, but there's a reason why I didn't beat it, and that's because I was like in the middle of getting ready to move and all that stuff, so like I'm gonna go back and finish it, and I already know the ending, like, or how it kind of how it ends from people who have beat it. And I know that the ending doesn't really add too much to the game. No. So as long as the game continues the way that it is going, like with the mechanics and the options, like when it comes to narrative stuff and all that, it's going to be my, second favorite game. Well,
it's really easy to just jump right back into it too. It's one of those like games. That's one of the things I love so much about the Outer Worlds is like, it's such a like pick up and play friendly kind of game, that's like, you don't have to like be so invested in it. It's not like the fucking most insane story you've ever heard. Like, you don't have to like spend every day, like, practicing to get better and shit. I don't know. It's a really chill, like laid back kind of game.
Yeah, and I've spent enough time with it. I've spent at least 17 hours with the game, so I know what I'm in for, and I know it's like more of what I want. Yeah. So it's my number 2. Number 1, Brent. What's your number 1?
So this might surprise some people, and it might not surprise some people, but Resident Evil 2 Remake is my number 1 game. I thought long and hard about this. For a while, I was thinking Outer Worlds was my number 1, and then Star Wars came in like fucking clutch as fuck right at the last second. But then, after thinking about it for a while, I realized that a lot of this is like recency bias. You know what I mean? Like, I really, really liked Resident Evil 2. Like, I played through that game 2 times, first of all. I played the A scenario and the B scenario, and then I played Claire's A scenario. I played it like halfway through. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. It's such a fucking good game. Like, and I had never really played Resident Evil 2 all the way through, so maybe that's why I liked it so much.
And it's technically not the same game, really. There's a lot of stuff that is in this remake that wasn't in the original game.
Yeah, and vice versa. There's some stuff in the original that wasn't in the so it's like...
It's its own thing.
It's its own thing, kind of. And I'm excited to see what they do with Resident Evil 3. I just hope it's at least close to the quality of 2, because 2 was so good, man. Oh, and all the DLC they did, the Ghost Survivors DLC that was free was awesome. I don't know. I'm excited about the third one, and I really am pleased with Capcom lately and Resident Evil in general.
Yeah, my number 1 is The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening, which I'm sure is surprising to a lot of people as well because it's a remake. But even though this game is exactly the game on Game Boy, it's
exactly
the art design is just insane. Like, something about it like drew me in the moment I saw it. I never actually beat the Game Boy game whenever I was a kid. I wasn't smart enough to do that. So this was my first like playthrough of the game. And it was just like an adventure that I didn't want to end. And when it did, it just made me want more. But like. It's one of those games where, like, once it's over, it's over. It's its own little, like, sectioned off experience that, I'll always have with me, So, like, it was just so enjoyable, and every aspect of it, whenever it comes to art design, narrative, the gameplay, like, everything about it was just great. And, it was my number 1 game of 2019.
I'm with you on that. I definitely it's in my honorable mentions over here for sure.
Oh yeah, let's do our honorable mentions for.
Okay, so I got a couple honorable mentions here. This one, some people might think I'm a little crazy. Far Cry New Dawn, I feel like deserves an honorable mention. Mainly because I feel like it did what Metro Exodus and Rage 2 were trying to do better than both of those games. And it wasn't even like a real game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like an expansion almost.
So props to Far Cry New Dawn. You can probably get it hella cheap if you're bored. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. Got to give it the shout out because it's beautiful and it's fucking challenging, but it's undeniably a wonderful game. Well, at least well-made game. It's a fucking piece of fucking shit, but just in the terms of it making me mad. And Blood and Truth. Got to shout out to Blood and Truth. One of the best VR games we've had in a long, long time. Really, really good. Fire Emblem, Three Houses. Fantastic game. Link's Awakening, of course, and I'm even going to give a shout out to Call of Duty Mobile because it's like the best mobile game I've ever played for sure.
Wow, I like that. My honorable mentions just go to Gears 5, Jedi Fallen Order, and my friend Pedro. I'm having quite a bit of fun with that game, and it came out this year. I thought it came out last year, but it didn't. So, yeah, those are my honorables.
Awesome.
Well, that's it. That's it for the topic of the show, guys. Be sure to let us know your top games. Actually, speaking of which, before we leave this topic, I asked I asked on Instagram what people's top game of 2019 was, and
what do we get?
We got some answers from some people. Let me check. So from, whoops, hold on, guys. Sorry. From Josh Pantoja, we got The Outer Worlds was his top 2019 game.
Wise choice.
Yeah, we got from 9 Paranormal 9, we got Blair Witch. And good choice there. And from Chris McManus, 38, we got Borderlands 3. And then from Jason Domican, 1991, we got Resident Evil 2. He says a remake for sure, made with fans and love in mind.
Yeah, I agree on that. I think we're in the same boat there. Borderlands is an interesting point. I didn't even think about that, but it's like, I think the fact that it didn't even come to mind whenever I was,
thinking of your top.
I mean, it's good. It just wasn't any different than all the other Borderlands games, which isn't a bad thing.
No, it's just not new and noteworthy.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking,
Yeah, thanks for letting us know your top games. Now we're going to jump on over to the People's Champ. Here's some questions from Instagram if you want to.
Oh, my goodness. So many questions. So many screens.
Yeah, Brent's going to go ahead and thumb through those literally to decide who the champ is.
Okay, I'm giving it to Jason Domican. I don't even need to think about this anymore.
Yeah, for sure.
He says, what Mario power-up would you want for the day?
That's a good one. Oh, man.
What did the rest of it say? I'm sorry, I didn't even...
So he says, what Mario power-up would you want for a day? I'd say the Boo Shroom because I'm a perv. LOL. Oh, okay.
Sorry, I didn't even see that.
I guess, wait, what's the Boo? Is he talking about just being a ghost? Like being able to...
I have no idea.
I'm sorry, Jason.
Is it the thing that summons Boo whenever you're... I don't know.
I think he's talking about just being able to be like a ghost.
Oh, okay. So you can go invisible. But then you could... Doesn't there like an invisibility cap that Mario got?
No, I don't think so.
Like in 64?
Oh, no, I don't think so.
Because you got the metal cap, and then you get the... Yeah, there's the invisibility cap, dude.
Is there really?
Yeah, hang on.
I barely remember that.
Hang on, I'm pretty sure. Let me look it up to make sure I'm not crazy. Which one would you do?
So, if I had a choice, I would definitely get a cape because, like, dude, who doesn't want to fucking fly? Like, just for the day, like, at least, It would suck to have to give it up after the day, but I mean, like, hell, I'll take it.
Okay, it's saying there's one in Mario Odyssey for some reason, but I guess not.
Yeah, I was about to say there's no invisibility cap.
I could have swore because there's the one that's like that.
I think you're thinking of Super Smash Bros.
Am I?
Yeah, because like you can turn invisible in Super Smash Bros, but I don't remember that in Super Mario 64.
Maybe I'm having like a Mandela, the blue cap. Hang on, what is the Vanish cap? That's what it's called.
And what's it? Okay, how's that work?
Hold up. Vanish cap. Hold up. Is a cap found in Super Mario 64. When worn, it turns Mario to Vanish Mario for 20 seconds. In this form, Mario can walk through enemies, metal fences, and certain walls.
Okay, maybe that's what you're thinking of.
Yeah, that's definitely what I'm thinking of.
Maybe that's what he's talking about, too. Okay,
yeah.
So... Yeah, I like that. I like the invisibility thing. That'd be cool. But
I think I'd want the fire flower.
that's the carnage you would cause. I
Yeah,
mean, like,
actually, that's not very practical. I think
Yeah.
the invisibility thing would be way cooler.
could light candles for people.
There'd just be no like good use for that.
You got a gas stove. Like, I don't know what.
Honestly, the invisibility thing's like the only cool thing. Because then what's the other one? You got like a raccoon tail.
No,
you
the
can
cape,
fly,
dude.
though.
That's
Yeah,
what
the cape, yeah.
Capes. That's what I'm all about, though. And like, you can just fly, and then whenever you come back down, you can like bounce in it. Like
Ooh.
it's like. Yeah, I'm going for the cape.
What about Yoshi? Does Yoshi count
Yoshi's
as a power
not a
up?
power up,
Dude. He's kind of a power up.
That is diminishing the role of Yoshi in the game. How dare you?
I mean, he's kind of a power up.
He's
dude.
a person. He's his own person. He's not some robot.
Not some power up.
Yeah. Anyways, thanks, Jason Domican, for the People's Champ question. We're going to jump on over to listener questions.
Yeah, lots of other great questions, guys. Let's see. We've got Heather here. She says, if you could pick which game to be trapped in for 48 hours, I think we've been asked this. Would you choose Resident Evil or Silent Hill?
Well, at least she asked specific games.
Yes, true.
I would definitely go in Resident Evil because Silent Hill's too scary to me. Resident Evil's not as scary.
Yeah, Resident Evil at least has like rules. Like there's zombies, you can like lock the door,
Yeah.
Silent Hill, it's like you lock the door and the walls just peel themselves off and like fucking Pyramid Head comes out of the floor.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
And I ain't fucking with Pyramid Head. That's the main thing. Like, he's just too terrifying.
Dude, Tyrant's pretty scary too, though.
Tyrant's scary, but you can escape him or fight him. Like, I feel like you could do the same thing.
You can't really fight him. You can kind of like...
You can kill him.
No. You can like make him take a knee. You know what I mean?
No, you can kill him, I thought. Like,
there's like... if you, at like the end of the game, you do like a boss fight with him or whatever... But I don't think he really dies. Like, because, like, okay, in one scenario, you, like, kill him or whatever.
Yeah.
But then, like, in the same, like, chronological timeline, in the alternate scenario, he's, like, attacking later. I just don't think he died. I think he's, like...
Oh, okay.
I think he's, like, T-Virus Jack, kind of,
Yeah,
from
it's on them roids, bro.
Either way, though, Silent Hill is definitely off the table.
Yeah, I'm going Resident Evil.
Mm-hmm. We got Charles here. He says, "What's a game that you've that you've thoroughly whooped? I beat Mass Effect 3 on Insanity using only bionic powers. That game is my bitch. How about you?"
Ooh, there's not many games JAMAL can call his bitch, but Donkey Kong Country or Conkers. Like, I'm an old school gamer, so like those retro games that I can go back and like play any platformer and just fuck them up.
I beat that Star Wars game with like 90% completion. I didn't exactly like fucking, beat it on the hardest difficulty, but I almost got like all the secrets and like mini bosses and shit, which I'm pretty proud of. Some of those mini bosses are hard as fuck as well.
I would say you could call that Undisputed game.
Oh, dude, the UFC shit, dude. Like, I've beaten that game inside and out. I've beaten the story mode like 15 billion times on the hardest difficulty for sure.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's some game that I'm just forgetting that like I've put a lot of time into. It just hasn't come to me in this split second.
Yeah, I'm definitely thinking there's a few I had like Fallout, all the Fallout 3.
Oh, Fallout 3 definitely for me.
You know what I mean? 3,
Yeah.
New Vegas, and 4. I've sunk like 100 hours into each individually, probably.
Yeah,
you know
at least.
Yeah,
on Fallout 3. Yeah, that's a lot of time.
The Witcher 3, I beat that pretty thoroughly too, and all of the DLC. Fucking
for sure. Not for me. Not on that game. But anyways,
yeah, good question. We got Chad here, old Chatty. He says, if you could have any weapon from any universe, what universe and what weapon would that be?
Ooh, that's tough. I think I would want the like whatchamacallit, the hook shot from Ocarina of Time. I just want a hook shot. Like it can be a weapon to stun. I imagine in real life you would actually just murder people if you shot them with a hook shot, but
I feel like the real problem with a hook shot is like, yeah, you would probably fucking kill the fuck out of somebody for sure. But I feel like, you'd shoot it at like where you wanted to grapple to, and instead of like pulling you like up to it, it would just like slam you into the fucking wall. You know what I mean? Like,
well, once you got good with it, because like you just shoot it up, and then like it starts pulling you to it, and I imagine there's a button to like stop the pull. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'm thinking realistic hook shot here.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the weapon I want. I want the hook shot. What do you want?
Oh man, for me, it would be the snake gun from Rick and Morty that like turns people into snakes.
That sounds horrifying. Why would you want to turn people into snakes? Then they're like enemies. Like instantly.
Well, no, they're like, they're snakes. They don't know what the fuck's going on then.
Dude, what if you turn it into a coral snake that lands on your shoe?
Well, in Rick and Morty, he has like a snake holster in his leg, and like he turns them into snakes, and they go into the snake holster, and then whenever he needs to like,
then he can weaponize them.
He can weaponize the snakes. Yeah.
Okay. Is this on the new season?
This is an older episode. Yeah, I haven't even seen the new season. I've watched 2 episodes of the new season.
I haven't seen any of the new season.
It's pretty funny.
Yet.
I think it's funnier than season 4 so far.
Oh yeah, 4 was kind of.
I mean, not 4.
3 was lackluster. Anyways, yeah.
Cool. So we got David here. He says, if Master Chief takes out 2 elites in the woods, but nobody is around to see it, does he still get a double kill?
Absolutely. And one of those, no! At least one of those.
I say no, because it's not a double kill unless the guy's like, double kill. You know what I mean?
Double kill. Yeah, no.
You're gonna double kill. I can't.
Killjoy. No, and that guy's
fantastic.
But see, that guy's there. He's always there.
he's omnipresent.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if there's other people there. if Master Chief's there, that guy's there.
You think Master Chief hears that guy whenever he's like killing people?
Oh yeah,
you think
for sure. Him and Cortana probably talk about it.
What if that's just Master Chief saying that? Have you ever thought about that?
Every time he kills
it kind of sounds like his voice if you think about it.
That'd be a very.
Wouldn't that be weird
Duke
if you
Nukem of him?
Double kill.
Overkill.
Maybe it's like his thoughts. Maybe we're like hearing the thoughts of Master Chief as he like.
I could see that, and I'm sure Cortana's just like, oh my god.
That's good. That's good. Okay, Justin says, have they modded Red Dead Redemption 2 on PC to include that guy in the cowboy hat screaming in the sky?
I don't know, but that would be awesome.
They really need to, if they haven't already. That's mandatory.
Yeah, I'm not sure. And then, but
if we got any modders out there, can y'all get on that, please?
Yeah, that would be cool as fuck.
I haven't even looked up Red Dead Redemption 2 mods, but I bet they're fucking nuts, dude. Like,
oh yeah, dude. And then Paranormal 9 on Instagram asked, have you tried out xCloud yet? Thoughts? No, I haven't. I'm pretty sure Brent hasn't either.
I haven't. I think you have to be in the beta program, and I was not fortunate enough to, sign up.
Same.
Or get involved.
But from the people that have used it, they say it's like the best service like it that's out there. Like compared to...
it's already got better games on it than Stadia.
Yeah. Compared to Stadia, the people who have used it have said it's way better. So, which is pretty interesting.
Yeah, I think Stadia kind of shot themselves in the foot there a little bit.
For sure. I mean, it just...
They should have just waited, until it was perfect and then put it out. I don't know.
It landed just how I imagined it would land. But my thoughts on it are, I wholly welcome xCloud. I'm ready for that future. Let's get there where we can just stream any game we want. We don't have to have consoles, but we'll see. I mean, instead of spending $500 every 7 years or whatever, you just pay a certain amount monthly, like Netflix, and just stream your games.
Yeah.
I'm down for that future. What do you think? Not you, but Paranormal 9. Let us know.
Let us know.
Message me or something.
Tell us.
I want to know, because it seems like you probably have some good experience with it. Yeah.
So my sister sent me a few questions too. So I'm just going to go ahead and read these off. We'll just blast through them just for fun.
Little, what's it called? Whenever you got to answer them quickly. What's the...
I don't know. Speed answering?
Speed answering. It's like fire or something. Rapid fire.
Oh, okay.
Rapid fire questions.
Here we go. Rapid fire. Favorite TV show?
Me?
Yes.
God.
Quick, rapid fire, bro.
The Mandalorian right now.
Right now. Okay, that's cool. Favorite video game?
Donkey Kong Country or Conker's Bad Fur Day. Well, probably Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Somehow this is just turning into me questioning you. Favorite food?
God. You answer that one.
What? For some reason, what's coming to my mind right now is like liverwurst on Fritos, but I think that's just what I'm hungry for right now.
What the fuck?
I don't know. It's not my favorite food for sure, but like that's what I'm like craving right now, so that's what I'm gonna say.
Liverwurst on Frito?
Yeah, bro. You never had like liver pate, like Braun Swinger?
I'm sorry. Quit singing these words. What are you saying right now?
Bro, you're not living until you've tried this.
Until I've had a living worst.
Liverwurst.
Liverwurst. Living worst is what that sounds like.
No, dude. It's like maybe the best thing you'll ever put in your mouth, especially if you eat it with a Frito. It's very salty. It's delicious.
Yeah,
it's good stuff.
I guess my favorite food would probably just be like
good on toast.
Chicken, just because you can do anything with it.
Okay,
anything.
Yeah,
like whether it's fried, baked, grilled.
You got a good point. And you never get tired of chicken. Like I've never been like, oh fuck, man, chicken.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, you can make it good. You can throw. If you're tired of the chicken itself, throw Alfredo on it. Throw like some type of pasta on it.
Dude, the first person to eat a chicken must have been thrilled. They were probably eating all kinds of different birds, and they finally like ate the chicken. They're like, oh fuck. This is the one.
I imagine they're just eating like only like vegetables and stuff that they've been growing, and then one day like the chickens are just chilling, and he just walks over and just drops a rock on one of them, and the rest of them are like, "What the fuck?" And the rest of their history was just fucked. Anyways,
okay,
more questions.
Your favorite hobby?
Talking about video games.
Talking about video games. I like that. Something you absolutely would not want ever.
Something I absolutely would not want ever.
Ever.
My dog to die.
Oh. Oh God.
Which is gonna happen, but like that right now. I don't want that.
Yeah.
So
I feel that.
Yeah.
That's like the realist right there. To be honest with you,
it is. It's sad. I love my dog. Anyways.
Yeah.
Oh, so we end on
That's
that depressing note.
We don't have anything to cheer us up from that.
Oh, well, thank you, Allie, for all those awesome questions. Wait, is there more? Oh yeah.
Oh, no.
Okay, so
I was just gonna
and thank everybody else for all the listener questions. We're gonna jump into the last segment.
Sorry, I can hardly contain myself.
I can tell. Yeah, I can tell. Yeah, take us there.
I'm excited about it. It's Brent's super hardcore video game trivia challenge. These are 5 questions that are rolling around at the speed of sound. Got places to go. Got to follow my rainbow. This week's topic: escaping the city. Okay,
escaping the city.
Yeah, really not escaping the city, just the city-based questions.
Oh, city-based questions.
Yeah, escaping the city just went with the theme. Okay, just feel me.
Okay.
In the first level of Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, what is Sonic riding on?
It's like a snowboard.
Yay! Okay, there you go. Question 1. Ding ding. They get a little harder from here. Okay. Grand Theft Auto 4 is known for its take on New York City, right down to the Statue of Liberty. In true GTA fashion, there's a cool Easter egg inside of the Statue of Liberty. What is it?
A heart. A beating heart.
Good one. All right, 2 for 2. You're doing great. But they get a little bit harder.
Oh, God.
Despite a somewhat misleading title, what year was SimCity 2000 released?
I don't know. What consoles did it come to?
This is a PC game.
SimCity 2000. I'm going to say 2003? 4?
1993.
Oh, okay, I would have never got that.
It's okay.
Wow.
Okay.
So it's a future-based game.
Yeah, they were
nice.
living. They were so 2000 and
1,000.
So number 4. This Tom Clancy game amazingly has an almost perfect 1-to-1 recreation of Central Manhattan as its map.
It's a Tom Clancy game?
Mm-hmm.
Is it recent?
Maybe.
Manhattan. I'm going to say The Division?
Yes.
Okay.
Good one. Oh, good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of actually incredible. Like, if you overlay the Division's map over Manhattan, it's like, aside from a few like side streets and back alleys and shit, it's like exactly like scale. Like, you can like take pictures and like look at them side by side in the game. It's kind of crazy.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. They did a really good job. Number 5. Okay, this is the hardest one yet. Featuring the voice acting talents of Lawrence Fishburne, Mickey Rourke, and Christopher Walken. This 2005 game set in New York City flopped on release.
Oh my God. What's it? 2005. You said Lawrence Fishburne?
Mickey Rourke and Christopher Walken all did voice acting for this game. And it flopped.
What kind of game is it?
If I tell you that,
it'll give it away?
Probably.
I mean, like, at least
it's like a sandbox game.
Okay. Sandbox game. 25 to life? Like, as in, like, Grand Theft Auto type game, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. That's like... I don't even know. Oh, God.
I'll give you 2 more guesses.
Okay, 2 more guesses.
2005.
2005. Was it one of the true crime games? True Crime Streets of New York.
Oh, yes. You're right. It's actually called True Crime New York City, but...
Oh, okay.
But totally. Yeah, that's the right game.
Hell yeah. I was like, what game would have flopped like that? Yeah.
Yeah, you know, the first game sold like $300,000 or worth of
300,000 copies.
300,000 copies or something like. No, I think it was $300,000 in like the first week or something.
Oh, okay.
And then the second game only sold like $50,000 in the first week or some shit. Like it did really bad, like really bad.
That sucks.
Especially considering they probably paid big bucks to have Lawrence Fishburne in that bitch. You know what I mean?
For sure. I'm sure he didn't care because he got his money.
Christopher Lawrence actually won an award for that game.
What?
Or Christopher Walken, I'm sorry.
Christopher Lawrence? I was like, who's that?
Christopher Walken, sorry.
But still, that's crazy that he got an award for that. What award was it?
Like Best Supporting Actor in a Video Game or something? I don't know.
Such big accolades.
It was a big deal back then, yeah.
Anyways, guys, remember you've been listening to GameSpeak Podcast courtesy of CreateForSanity.com. The show posts for free every Wednesday on all podcast directories. Be sure to submit any questions you want read on the show to the GameSpeak Podcast Facebook group at facebook.com/group/GameSpeak Podcast. Check out our video content on YouTube at youtube.com/CreateForSanity. And if you want to stay up to date with your boys, you can find me on Twitter at the handle at the handle Aljafar Jamel and Brent at Brent has one. That's the number 1. And check out the GameSpeak Podcast Instagram where we're asking questions and polls on Sundays and stuff like that. It's really fun. We have a lot of people interacting on there.